Mhm. The party begin. Let the party begin. Uh, like candy. Wow. Right. Send these invites out. All right. Talking about fear today. Talking about fear today. I think my main one right here that I want to get to is which one? Oh, the risks. Risk people isn't scared to take, but they should be scared. And then the ones they don't be scared, and the ones they do be scared to take, they should be taking. They should be scared. I want to see that one. It's gonna be interesting. People's up in here. Get people's up in here. Who else I can send? Um, mm, 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 Got to silent that phone. I forgot to put it to silence. Who else I can send this to? Um, oh, that's everybody, I think. Who else? I guess I sent it to. Nah, can't find it. Alright, I guess I sent it to everybody. You know it. You know it. We live. I couldn't find no lives to go to anyways. I was trying to find a live before I went live. Ain't nobody really talking about nothing. I just went on and unfollowed some old people, man. I swear. Especially if their conversation haven't changed. But I'll just follow some people just because they like a big creator or not even big creator that they, I don't know. I just realized with some of their rooms it's just like, I don't know. It's just drama filled. And I'm like, there's no point. That's what I did when I just went through my friend list today again. Like, though, okay, have this person be in my room like that. Why am I following them? Then I'm like, I'll follow. I went in this. Okay, this live. All they do is make arguments and talk about toxic stuff all day. Unfollow. I was like, man, I don't care if they unfollow me back. It's just like it ain't like they be in here. I really just trying to follow people that are really supporting for real. I mean, it's like because I really is trying to grow, man. Well, at least with quality wise.
Man,
Cause all that little
who you
he say,
unfollow,
she say
man?
stuff. That's stuff. Well, huh?
You unfollow some more people that I'm mutuals with, or
Maybe,
damn. Woo-hoo.
maybe. What's the deal, Raphael?
Yeah,
I
man, come
just
on up.
unfollowed. I ain't gonna say that. I can't say that kind of name. That's be a slick way to do it. He just. I think he just. I don't know if he been popular for a while though. And I be going in his live, but it's just like it's really just the what I noticed. He got a lot of the He got a lot of the divestors in his room all the time. I feel like if I say this long enough, you gonna know what I'm talking about. And it's more of a like his topics be more of like, it'd be like who can argue for entertainment. That's what I noticed though. And I'm like, it's more of an entertainment thing. I don't think it's a learning thing though. Uh it's a dude. I'm pretty sure you know. I just unfollowed him today. I was like, man, it ain't no point.
Unfollowed or blocked?
Unfollow, just unfollow.
So, so
Yeah.
so the person's still following you back then, right?
Yeah, they follow me. If they eventually find out that I unfollowed them, they unfollow me. It is what it is. Yeah.
Oh.
I block some people now. The people that I block, I just don't want to see them at all. I don't want them to come in my room at all. I only did like 2 people like that. Few of them.
Yeah, it be like that sometimes, man. I had to get on one of my boys, man. Every now and then I be caught, but like, man, like I think he pandering on purpose. One of my mutuals, man. I call him out all the time. I go on his live and call him out too, but
Yeah,
sometimes I don't know if he be joking or I think he be putting on a mask to, be entertaining on certain platforms. So I give him some slack.
yeah.
Man, tell Rafi, man, I'll try to invite him up, man. I ain't got them powers, man.
What?
Put him to the live, but he come on old boy panel with me.
You got the powers.
Nah, I ain't got no powers, man. Can't invite him up.
You you just did it. Oh, you accepted that.
No, I can accept, but I don't think I can invite.
That don't make you probably gotta drop it, come back up, cause my stuff did that in what you call it room though. Yeah, cause I don't know how that happened.
What's good?
Let me see. Can I even say him?
What's going on?
That's weird. What's the
What's up,
deal?
man? You ain't
I ain't
blocked
never heard this dude before. I always seen him in the comments, or I see him like me and him be on the. He always see me in them lives and stuff.
Hey,
I can
my
tell me
first
and him be on
time,
the same page on certain stuff. I just never heard him. I never heard him in a box before.
I'm used to seeing him when he first on Old Boy Live all the time. When I first came to TikTok, I used to see him
Yeah.
in the box all the time and shit. And I like, man, this nigga funny.
Oh yeah. Nah, yeah. You already know. I don't be in the shadows, but I be strolling streams or whatever. But
Yeah, I feel it.
yeah, no, I respect you though, Lab, because you definitely go into rooms of opposition of different mindsets. I don't think you necessarily try to. Do you go there with a purpose of trying to change people's mindsets, or you just?
I would say that because it was my own personal reasons when I knew that they was gonna go south. I knew they wasn't gonna agree, but I also try to fish for people that may understand, and also I just want to bring like certain awareness and see if they gonna try to argue it or something like that. But otherwise, yeah. I
Mhm.
mean, if they wanted to basically, change something, because everybody want to change each other to a certain extent. Everybody especially if we want the better for somebody. Maybe change some of our ways and stuff or whatever. But otherwise, yeah. But that what you just said, I just kind of stopped doing that now, man. Like 2 weeks ago, I literally just stopped doing that because there's no purpose.
Yeah, I
I'm just
know.
like I'm faithful. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to change their mind. They gonna stay the same ways, and they not trying to uplift anything. They want to cry more than anything. So I'm good.
You always keep your composure, which is what I respect when you would do that. Cause I go in there, show like the backup support. I'll be in the comments battling everybody, but for the most part, agreeing with your logic, understanding where you come from. But yeah, those individuals, man, they stuck in their
Yeah.
ways, and you had to go through that little experiment of seeing, of understanding things, to know that they're not trying to be progressive.
Facts.
This is click, what is it,
But
rage
yeah.
bait, all that type of stuff. But yeah, Sean, I was beefing with you for a second, man.
Yo, man, what happened? What happened?
Because I remember, yeah, when you first came, when you first came to notice, because we was an old boy little panel,
Yeah.
and man, I just couldn't get down with like how he was doing his platform, and then when I would see other men in there agreeing with him, I'd be like, man. But then I had to realize that I guess this resonates to these individuals, because I guess it was just I couldn't wrap my mind around these individuals that he was talking about, because I know they exist, but I haven't had the pleasure to actually meet these individuals and confront them.
Uh,
But y'all coming forth and y'all saying that y'all have done this, and so then I
that
had to
was
shift my mind. I'm like, all right, bro, really trying to do the work. Then I had to had a conversation with you on the side. Then I'm like, all right, bro, solid for sure.
yeah. I mean, that's why I be trying to tell Kev, and even when we be talking, right? I think I at first I used to attach people to panels, and then I attached the host to the people in the chat. And then I
Mm,
realized that I had to start just dealing with people as individuals, right? So yeah, I could go up on his panel and I could say what I say, but that's just my story. And one thing I always say is I don't speak for all men because I don't know all the men in my own town. So
mm,
I watch what I say in detail, right? So when I went up there and said what I said, and I get that man props, his information did help me, right? But I don't have to take everything that anyone says. And me going in his live helped me also. I could come in Kev live, right? Because me and Kev don't have the same when it comes to relationships, we don't have the same agreements. We don't align all the time, right? But I could
hmm.
still be in rooms with people that I'm okay with people disagreeing with me, but I just don't like the disrespect that comes with
Yeah,
disagreeing with me.
for
And I
sure.
notice just in certain rooms, people know how to, like, even if I get on a panel and I notice you can't be open with everyone, because when I was on that live, I've seen people in the comments like, oh, this, oh, that. I'm like, damn, is it even worth, do you really need to say that harmful shit that you're saying? So after, so after
Yeah,
a while, I was like, man, hold on, man. Like, this shit is kind of like getting out of hand. So I thought that I'd go up and share my story, right? And I'm
mm,
thinking that it would be like more like enlightenment. But once I seen that it was more of a, I'm gonna I'm gonna go ahead and beat you while you're already down. Like you already down, and I'm gonna kick you
Mm.
yeah,
while you're down. And that's what I noticed. That's what was happening in the room. So I kind of like just stayed back a little bit to where I don't really comment as much as I used to. But uh even with LJ, I'm gonna tell you, LJ, I'm okay with like I follow people that I be like, man, what the hell are they talking about? Oh, they tripping. But then I can find a moment where I be like, okay, they cooking. So
yeah.
just because I disagree with you about something and it trigger me and it make me upset, I'm not gonna be like, you know what, I ain't gonna follow that person or I ain't gonna rock with that person. Nah, my wife say shit I don't like constantly, right? And she
Mm,
say some shit I like. That don't mean I need to divorce her when she say some shit I don't like. You know what I'm saying?
nah,
I
for
kind of like
real.
pick and choose what I want to do as far as how I want to process it.
Yeah, I liked it. When I first got on the app, Kev was an easy follow for me because you represent Kevin Samuels, and then I think I joined around that time. I, like you was a Kevin Samuels advocate, and I joined at
I'm
that
still
time
in,
because
shoot.
I was
They'll never change.
yeah. I had just caught on to him, and I was listening to him, and then unfortunately that thing had happened. So I don't know. I just got on this app or whatever. Then I just it came up on my algorithm, and then I had to follow you real quick, and then I would be in your rooms, listening to your conversations, always created
Mm.
balance and everything like that.
Yeah, I appreciate you, brother,
So
man. But them
I
little
actually was
lies that you, man, I don't know. I ain't gonna promise I'm gonna stay, but I'm gonna focus on it though. I gotta be aware. I think the last time I went in one, I think that just like kind of jogged something in my head. And I'm like, dang, it took for me to get blocked by uh I don't know if y'all know her. I mean y'all know her, but I say her
I
name,
like
whatever. I
it.
got blocked by Crown, and because just like I played the same game she played, right? In a way, but she just easily triggered. Anyways, she don't never like my lies. I never got why she come in here just to speak her point, and then the only time she like me is if I talk about myself or talk about me, and that's the only time she like me. I'm like, wow, And then otherwise, she always what's that? She always like provoking some of my panelists. You know, she coming out, she be in there making little sly stuff in the chat and all this other stuff. But when somebody do that to her, it's the end of the world. Then she blocked me because she thought I was trying to run her live. She like, you're not about to do me like that, like how you be on your stuff. I was like, no. I said it was. I was trying to explain to them. It was somebody that was one of her little. Because that's one thing I don't like is teammates that try to come in here and try to talk while the host is going. I'm like, no, I'm talking to the host. Why are you talking to me? You know what I'm saying? But she thought I was talking. I don't know, whatever. I really don't care though. But she ended up eventually blocking me. Her and then AP, I'm pretty sure, whatever. But I realized like, no, why am I friends with them? You know, why was I trying to follow them? You know, because I know I was walking on eggshells dealing with them. And I'm like, I did tell myself a while ago, I said, I'm not trying to make friends on here. I'm just, you know, because I don't want to be able to walk, you know what I'm saying? I want to be able to say what I want to say, right? I'm not trying to say I'm saying chase dangerous stuff or whatever, but I'm just saying I want to say what I say without walking on eggshells. Because some people be like, don't say that, watch what you and all that. I'm not, you know, I ain't doing all that stuff, man. And then because the only time you like hearing me is when I talk about, I'm not about to do that, you know, because, I like because you're balanced or something like that's what they say now. But I'm only balanced when I say something about a man all day. They funny. But
I ain't gonna lie, you never really said nothing that was too like egregious on panels from what I seen. Like you come with like a healthy perspective. And then Crown is crazy because she had blocked me too because I think she was talking about women, but then I came in there and then I was talking about I said something in the comments about being with a married woman. And then she blocked me.
Say less, right? Yeah. So I basically I did that too. I went in that room and said something. She said, "Who got a door?" Something like that. I said, Why men ain't up there?" She got instantly mad. They all just got tricked. I'm like, bro, what is up? Like, I can be joking with you. You taking this junk that serious? It just don't make no sense. And I'm like, whatever, man. But I'm glad when that happened, that made me, it did jog something into my head out of nowhere. And I feel like everything happened for a reason, man. I'm like, maybe that was God's way to telling me, like, no, why, why you doing this, man? Just because she might have a following, or maybe because everybody know her and all that stuff. Why is you following this girl? So I'm like, you right.
Hey, Kerry. Oh, my bad.
So what's that?
I'm a talking code, but Raphael know what I'm talking about, right? I was on a panel, and me and him was going back and forth, right? And I pretty much told him like I could say, and it let me know that if the circle of people like you, they will tolerate some of the things that you say, and they won't even confront you on it, right? You know what I'm talking about, huh, Rap? When I said I'm gonna say something, and I guarantee you I won't get blocked. And I said some most red pillish thing you could say, and I did not get blocked by nobody. And I done it on purpose. And they didn't block me. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's facts though. I witnessed it though, because he shared a live with me. As soon as I walked in there, they muted me quick. I'm like, man, I would just some of those rooms I went in. I ain't gonna lie, I be trying to like antagonize them because
I'll be seeing that too. I mean,
bro, they mindsets is not healthy, and for the life of me, I don't see how y'all follow them, and I can't imagine what y'all like. Y'all algorithm is like following them, because I followed a few individuals that are like on that side, and then I started to see their little repost of negative women. So I had to. I ain't gonna lie. I need to start blocking people like y'all though. I blocked one person, and that was this dude named Mr. Facts. And he was on Michael Live.
Oh man,
I blocked
come on now.
Tansy and I blocked Jerome. I blocked them too. They do this.
I purposely follow people that don't align with me. I like that. I like to get different perspectives. I don't like being in an echo chamber. I don't want people to be agreeing with me. I think that shit is boring. Like I like to go if I have some
to
views,
add not disrespectful though. That's the difference.
Oh yeah. I like to be challenged on like I want to see like the shit that I believe in. I want to go to the opposing lives, right, to see if because I'm always open minded. If you could get me to, I'm not just firm on my beliefs. Like certain things I am, but certain things I'm like, you know what? Maybe I'm wrong in this. And if you could get me to like give me some good information, then I'm like, you know what? Uh, I'll take that back to the drawing board, and then I maybe change my opinion. But just going in places where it's the constant, the same thing, I don't really like that type. It don't do no good for me at all.
Mm-hmm. That's how I suppose. Right, I feel you on that.
But them other chats, I ain't gonna lie to you. Uh, I remember one time I said something, and I said something that this other person said, right? And it was a group of women, uh, like nobody said nothing. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna try some shit. And I always be telling Raphael, like, I'm gonna try some shit. Like I just be trying stuff at this moment. I said, I'm gonna try to say the same thing and see do anything happen. And nothing happened, right? But then probably like a week later, the dude Saul dude get up on a panel and say the same thing I said, and they attacked him. I'm like, well, hold on. Is it red pill based upon the man that said, or is it a red pill like if anybody said, like do it change? And then today, I seen they was calling old girl you was in there, huh? It was old boy live. They was calling her the one woman called another woman the B word, and nobody on the panel, nobody in the chat said a word. Now, what is it? Oh, it should be. Yeah, it should be, but not on this app. But they called this woman, another woman called this woman the B word, right? And I be seeing these women that be advocating for don't be disrespecting women, men or this, men that, but they okay with disrespecting a woman that disagree with them, and they allow other men to disrespect that woman, all because she don't align with them, and no one said nothing at all.
Mm-mm-mm.
No, man, it's wild though. But I ain't gonna lie, don't Saul using him. That's kind of a bad example because he got a reputation. But I think it's just those red pill ideologies. Because I've seen women. I guess women are calling. They call it other women that agree with red pill or talk like red pill. They calling them internalized misogyny, and then pick me's.
Mm.
Now that's the part that I kind of like. I mean, man, hold on. Let me just because I try to analyze shit before I go on a panel before I even say anything, and then I notice that how like if it's okay and were you was it on this live when I talked to I think old girl Serenity, right? And I asked her was that yesterday or that was on somebody else live, maybe on somebody else live. I said no, it was a
Oh, it was
laundry.
yesterday then.
It was a laundry. Yeah. I asked her I say, hey, if if I were to get on this app every single day and all I did was talk about women, and even though I'm speaking facts about women, right? But you see me every day talk about women, and then you find out that I'm married, what would you think? She said, I think that you don't like women, that you don't like your wife. I said, so what about the women who the women who do that? And I thought, then she kind of hesitated a little bit, or did she answer
Um,
directly?
no, I think she
I
she
thought she
direct. She
hesitated.
direct. She like that though. Yeah, she
Oh, she
really.
direct. Okay,
I had
cool.
noticed that about because she used to irritate my soul, but I do. She remind me like with a different perspective, but she ain't disrespectful either with it though. Even though sometimes she irritate me, but yeah, I think she would direct, and she be standing on what she stand on for the most part. Yeah.
Okay.
Facts. Alondria, she's very interesting because she's willing to learn and listen to certain individuals that I align with, such as yourself, Kev, and you, Sean. But I ain't never seen what's going on, Chad. I ain't never seen Chad in a panel with Alondria, but she gets tricky because sometimes I think
She's slow as fuck.
she
What you
just wants to be
mean? She's
controversial.
slow,
Who,
bro. Yes,
Alondria?
bro. She be shitting on poor people. I'm like, bro, shut up. You're closer to being,
For real?
bro. As soon as people start talking about class, niggas be dumb. Yeah, it's a lot of people on this app that kind of stupid, but they be saying shit that, like, you can tell they don't really do any type of research. They go off what they see on the app, or they go off what they see on the internet a lot.
I can agree with that. Yeah, I'm starting to realize that more. Like the more in depth I'm starting to like study people because at first I joined this app just winging it. I ain't have no agenda, but I noticed people have like their ideologies and they have their agendas. They have their crowd and their crew, and then if you sit back and you listen to it, some of their ideology be flawed or just be like you can kind of catch them. You can kind of catch them, so they'll try to gaslight or they'll try to like deflect when they make valid points with the
I don't think
opposing
there's nothing
views.
wrong with having an ideology. In fact, more than likely, I'm gonna respect somebody's opinion more if they have one versus if they wishy-washy. If you
Mm. What you said? Oh, he dropped.
I don't know what just happened. Everybody been dropped. But they probably back. TikTok be TikToking sometimes.
So I'm about to go start dinner low key, but I'm gonna
yeah, for
listen
sure,
in.
bro. Good to
Probably.
hear from you, man. I ain't never.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
I appreciate you.
Okay.
I'll link with you in a little second. I'm about to go grab something. How long you finna go to?
I'm on for a good minute and hopefully I don't fall asleep. But probably I'm gonna be on for some hours though, for sure.
All right, I'm about to go get me a
Man,
little
everybody
some
leaving. What
tequila or
happened,
something.
man? What check? Did
I don't know.
I'm
Chad
about
say
to go get.
anything?
I gotta go get some stuff for dinner.
I
Huh?
think he was.
I don't know what happened to Chad.
Oh,
Maybe he was following you.
nah, I got my shit on. When I go live, my kids on my TikTok now, so I don't have it to where nobody can see me go live.
No.
Yeah,
No chat in the chat.
yeah, you never know
You
what
can
they.
come back up, chat, follow him.
Nah, I mean, cause I got a phone call, so I don't know when I
No, I was
came
talking about
off.
Chad.
Oh,
He went in the comments when you went in the comments. I'm like, bro.
Yeah, low key, I gotta figure out what I'm finna make for dinner. Low key.
see, that's that single life, man. See what I'm saying? Gotta get you a woman, man.
You right one day, man. I feel you. I feel you.
I ain't gonna hold you. Like when I had a woman and when I entertain ladies, I'm typically the one that cooks, and I like ask for their input, what would they like to eat or something like that, or I surprise them. But for the most part, no, I do the cooking, brother.
Hold on. That
That's
goes
my
to show
forte.
you right there. Here's a prime example. A lot of times people, because I'm pretty sure they label you as a red pill, right?
I've
Okay.
been told
That man
yeah.
saying that he asked a woman about like what they want and he'll be in the kitchen cooking. That don't even align with red pill talking points.
That's true.
So to let you know, people just be wrong and they just be assuming shit about people, man.
Yeah.
They just want to put labels on you. They want to box
That's
you
what
in.
it is. Yeah, you said that right.
And push a narrative. Yeah, but no, yeah, I love for my woman to have input, even though I know they always gonna say they don't know or it doesn't matter. I still ask, just to be considerate of their feelings or whatever, or if I do like some ideas so I can get creative. But yeah, I'm definitely not. I don't even know what that red pill stuff is.
I don't either.
With you. I don't like today's feminists, the radical feminists. I like the idea of it, first wave, obviously. I think red pill might even had a good message, or does it still have a good message? Or
yeah, it just be extremes on both ends.
What's an example of an extreme
probably the
red
one
pill?
that's alpha male. I never liked none of them. They be trying too dang on hard. I be trying my best to not go thug mode. I'm like, no, most of them people act like they can't. I'm trying to see if you TikTok friend. People act like they can't get I'm gonna say popped, right? They act like they just can't get popped. Like you just I don't know, because people just be talking stuff like, you could be an alpha as all you want to, but it's like, what the heck? I don't be getting it. Everybody think they a soldier or something. I don't get it. I don't know, whatever. But yeah, they be too extreme though. And they always got to win, and they can't back down. They say that I don't take disrespect and all this other stuff. Like, bro, it's not that serious.
Is that the Myron, the red pill dudes? Is they extreme?
Who that?
Red pillers. What is it? Fresh and Fit.
Yeah, they red pill. They most definitely red pill.
They
yeah, because they straight up like, yeah, it is for sure. Yeah, they don't take no ill. They don't. And then they be saying, as I mature, I was already had some disagreements with them like crazy, and they always they pander to me. To a certain extent, I ain't gonna say that they pander, but also they do try to get in man heads to let them know stop being bums and all. That's what actually liked about them, because they used to did motivate in a way, but when I hear their talking points, it seems like they always, especially when it comes to relationships, they pander more to the men. Men can do this because we do that. It was making sense when I was hurt. It still makes sense though, but it's just like, why? What's the point? Because it starts sounding competitive. They start sounding, what I'm saying, that's childish. That's childish to start. Well, you had your value when you were born. We got to build up our value. So let me do.
Hey,
I'm just saying, like,
I
had
had
to
to ask
realize
myself.
that.
I had to ask myself this question, right? And I had to ask myself, a part of that stuff I was agreeing with, right? And then I was like, okay, am I agreeing with it because I believe what they're saying on my own, or I believe what they're saying because I've been conditioned to believe that way? So then I had to be like, okay, I've been conditioned to believe that this is the role that a man should play and this is the role that a woman should play. So I'm agreeing with these people based upon not my own logic. I'm agreeing with them based upon what I've been taught. So I say, okay, forget that. Let me just get away from what I've been taught. What do I want as a man from a woman? And then I go from there. And I think a lot of times it sounds good, especially like for I grew up without a father. I don't know about y'all, but I feel like the shit they tell you is some shit that your father should have told you, right? And I think a lot of men that don't have fathers, I think we gravitate towards men like that because there's some shit that, some shit that I'm gonna say my dad probably would have told me. He was in my life, but he wasn't like constant, right? So saying that, what's the shit they'll say? Like your woman, okay, that shit you just said, right? A woman, they'll say a woman is born with her value, a man has to create it. What? So that you are contradicting to yourself, because if you don't believe that a man should have to do all this thing to get a woman, but then in the same sentence you say she was born with her value. If something has value, you automatically saying that's the prize. So they don't even make sense in their own logic to me.
I get them. I actually do get them though, but I had to
Well,
realize it's the type of women they talk about. Like as I got further, I'm like, bro, y'all talking about hoes though. It's like, you talking about you got to be like Drake and all this other stuff, but that's if I'm talking about a woman of virtue, they don't care about really all that stuff for real. I mean, some of the stuff, they might do. Of course, some of them want leaders and all that stuff. And I don't think it's too much about too much money, right? But that stuff it do make sense though, because like if we do depending on it's hard. I'm trying to it makes sense depending
Yeah.
on I think the maturity level, then I'll put it that way.
Ask yourself this.
Mhm.
This what I noticed. If you seen me, I'm 39. If you seen me have a panel of women that's in their early 20s
Right.
and they all listen to me, what would you think? Like,
Must be saying something right
depends on what you're
to
saying though.
tame them.
hold up. I'm gonna think the opposite. I'm gonna tell you why. Because it's the caliber of women that was always on their shows. It
True.
was always young. It was always young women, and you could tell
That's not true.
they were shallow women. Now, when he had some women that was older, like in their 30s and 40s, like some women that have some wisdom, they failed at it. I remember they invited that woman Priscilla on there, and I don't like her talking points at all.
Oh
But
my.
I don't like her talking points. But she ran game on them like they run game on them young women, and they could not outmatch her when it come to how she was talking to them. They couldn't, even though she didn't make no sense at all. Don't get me wrong.
She ain't
You know what I'm saying?
I was about to say
Nah,
I
she didn't
followed
make no
her
sense.
recently too. I'm like, no, you ain't talking about nothing.
Hey, Sean, you for the trip. Hey, I was in Priscilla's live. I got
God
blocked out of there
damn.
too.
Yeah, I was trying to watch out from getting blocked in there too, because I wanted to see what she was talking about. I wanted to tell her, because that one video she said she got tired of the women. I was like, I gotta see what you talking about now.
Hey, hold on. This what tripped me out about her. This when I stopped. Like, okay, this woman full of shit, right? When I first started seeing her on with Charleston White, I seen her with Charleston White, right? And she was kind of dressing like Total and Aaliyah from back in the day. You know how the women used to dress in the 90s, kind of tomboys, right?
Yeah.
But now she dressing like
Hmm.
LL Cool J. Like she got the do-rag on with the hat to the side.
She
And
need love.
she's dressing like men. So I'm like, okay, how you talking bad about how men like we're incapable of love, but here you are dressing just like us. That shit is like then it went, and I think a lot of people stopped following her when she started talking about how women something, and I think she lost a lot of following when she started saying how men treat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Yeah.
Yeah.
They
They
turned
turned
on it.
on her
Yeah.
for sure. She
The panel.
yeah, on the panel, and they was gifting the hell out of her, and he was not liking what she was saying though. He was trying to get her up off of there, but but he
Who?
needed the notoriety, and that's also to a point because most of those young
Who you
girls,
was talking about?
Priscilla was on Public Live.
That's interesting.
I
That's
ain't want to name
interesting.
drop, but yeah.
And
Yeah.
Mm.
saying she was getting gifts.
The ladies was gifting her. She was getting
Oh,
hella
damn.
gifts, but public wasn't liking what she was saying though. But because she was coming at women and she was calling women out. Bro was quiet.
But she was. I don't get it. She was like one of the main pander towards women. I never understood that. I think she recently just started trying to hold them accountable on certain things.
Bro, she was talking about aliens.
What
Like
the,
she was on there talking about like a bunch of stuff. She was talking about men. Obviously, she was promoting her book. She was talking about aliens, men incapable of
queen
loving.
maker?
Yeah, it was interesting.
And think about that. That's where she lost me for sure right there when she said men are incapable of love. I'm like, hold on, man.
Right.
And then she was like, we gotta be trained. We built to just take orders. And I'm like, hold on. This is what I realized. She is no different. All she tried to do is, I think, if how they say men are in power. I think that if she wanted, if she was in power as a woman, I think she would do to men what men are doing to women right now. I think she would do
Absolutely.
the same.
Mm.
Well, well, yeah. If they had the strength, absolutely. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Yeah, a lot of women, if they had the strength, the men would be in trouble. Because if they can't regulate themselves and they got that strength, it's over with. Chad, I'm not playing for real. Because just think about it. You know how men are more physically dominant than women? Women turn around and do the very same thing to children and the elderly. That's where they assert their dominance mostly.
I wish that were statistically accurate, but
Bro, it's a fact.
it's just not. But
So you saying that women don't weaponize and assert their dominance over children and the elderly?
I mean,
You
they do,
do?
but statistically, men abuse the kids more.
That's we seen different sources, but I'm not that person on panels to do all that.
But the thing
You must
is
don't know
not.
Chad or something, because I expected that answer already.
No, I was
Like, that'd
Yeah,
have been that day. I'm
I be
like, you acting
forgetting
different
Chad
on
gonna
my
look at
panel if you would have
data.
said something.
Can't be going
Chad
off
great
his narrative.
debater
You don't be
though.
looking at
I
data.
must have gave him that healing.
Yeah, I be forgetting y'all be looking at facts. But yeah, it's not because men are like inherently worse. It's because of certain things that.
I like how you said that. All
Because
them
y'all
facts, what
not.
you doing with it though?
Are we
Was
looking at facts or not?
crying about it? Because I haven't seen neither you or the other people do a solution with it yet. All y'all do is cry.
I mean, I provide solutions. You just don't like them.
You provide them, but what are you doing with it? I always ask y'all that question. Y'all can never answer that. Y'all just keep talking about how either how bad man is or how this is or you're a misogynist. You say all that stuff. Then what is the solution? I still don't get it.
Hold on, Chad. Talk about how bad men are.
Yeah, that's the interesting thing.
I hear him say all that stuff or whatever. Well, I
I
don't
ain't
think
never
he
heard
do it
him.
that
I
to
ain't never
like the
heard
other.
Chad say that. I mean,
I thought he was balanced, but yeah, Chad's
yeah.
more of a feminist. I think Chad more of a feminist though.
See,
But
I don't know what none of that shit is.
I'm pretty sure if I ask him for the stats on how bad men, he'll find it in 3 seconds.
he got them for sure.
He got them. He ain't gonna find the stats on the women though.
Hey, Chad, are you a feminist though? Not that it's a bad thing.
He got that cup on.
He got that coffeeist. He's a
He going to
coffeeist.
get the stats, bro.
He gonna
I
get
got
that
a
stats
call.
right
I
now.
got a call. What, Raphael? What'd you say? Wait,
Do
Raphael, what'd you say?
you consider yourself a feminist?
No, the fuck. I
Okay,
probably have better criticisms
no,
of feminism than you do.
huh?
I've written whole papers giving criticisms of feminism. That's what I'm saying. I be having better criticisms than niggas who don't. Not you probably don't even know what like feminism is.
Yeah,
You name
Chad, calm down, bro. I'm on your side. Like I said, I ain't never
You're
seen
not,
you.
we are not on the same side. I'm a socialist. You probably don't even know what socialism is.
All right, now you being disrespectful, bro. Calm down.
That's no,
Like
I'm
I
just
said,
keeping it a bean.
He
bro,
can't. He can't help it, man. He can't
bro.
help
Like,
it.
yeah, that's the thing with TikTok cats, bro. You can talk without insulting, brother.
That's not insulting. The average
That's part of
American
his stuff,
doesn't.
man.
The
I think he
average
gonna look up a
American doesn't know
statistic on
what.
that too.
The, the average American doesn't know what socialism is. The average American doesn't even know what capitalism is.
What, Chad? If we do know, what do we have the power to change it?
Yes, I mean we do, but
Okay,
it requires
once we all
sacrifice.
realize that we're in a capitalistic society, what are we going to do about it? Since we all on the same page, how do we come together and unite to overthrow those in power? Mind you, backed up with the military. How
That's
how
all
how are
right.
we going to do that?
Well, you can organize number one, and using using saying that you're going against the military is not a particularly good argument, considering that the majority of people who are in the military don't even engage in any type of combat. In fact, military service members are
They're
probably the
still
easiest.
trained to.
I was not finished.
My bad,
Military
brother.
members are probably the easiest people that you can get to become anti-capitalist because veterans benefits are not something that the majority of veterans receive. In fact, we treat our
I agree.
veterans terrible compared to most other developed nations. You should
I
look up
agree.
Mike Preisner, who was a Iraqi war veteran who lost several family members to the Iraq War and eventually came back to the United States. When he went into the military, he was very staunchly Republican, far right. And when he came back home, he started to do research about how the United States has lied about a lot of the wars that we've been involved with. And then he eventually became very staunchly anti-capitalist and far left. And in fact, military are probably the most important people that you can radicalize because they have the requisite skills that are needed to be had when it comes to a revolution type shit.
Well, I agree. Well, I agree to all those points. I understand that.
Okay.
I got one. If you was on these lives way before I was on these lives, so you know the groups that I'm talking about, right?
Yes, Sean.
When you think about like when you hear these topics about men and women, like do you be talking about those things or like what is your views on the biggest issue between like in the dating market as far as the things that men do wrong, or do you believe that both parties play a side, or you believe that majority of it is on the men?
I would say that whether or not you say it's men or women, that's not really relevant. Considering if we're talking about specifically the black community, the reason why there's as much tension as there is mainly because of capitalism. Because black men, as a collective, do not make enough money to have the pipe dream patriarchal nuclear families that the majority of black women desire. That's mainly what it is. And oftentimes black women do contribute to, upholding certain, gender roles and rigid masculinity that black men feel that they have to play. And if they don't, then they're not going to do well in the dating market.
Damn, I kind of just said some shit like that though. So
That's
I,
a fair.
I definitely agree, huh?
Yeah, that's a fair take.
So
Oh
what
yeah.
woman don't like a man that's traditional? I don't get it then. I'm pretty sure they still be like pay for this and hold the door and all
Well,
this
yeah,
other stuff.
that's the thing.
Unless
Women
they
do,
selective.
yeah, women do uphold the patriarchy.
You're right.
in a myriad of ways. However, they are not the ones who control the apparatuses of power. The apparatuses of power are mainly controlled by white cishet Christian men, especially in America, because America is a deeply Christian nationalist country.
Chad, would it be fair to say that women do have power? It's just not wielded as much as it's not as evident as it is for men.
When
Like
you say
from a
when
physical
you say
standpoint?
power, do you mean from an electoral perspective?
Yes, which they do because obviously women vote more than men, and
What type
men
of power?
and women. I think
Electoral power means like representatives within the government.
I
I'm just
think
saying, you said power. That's so broad. I think everybody got some type of power to a certain
yeah, that's
extent.
you absolutely right.
Representatives in the government have power to literally affect millions of people. We regular citizens don't have that much power, for real, for real. You have power once you
We
get into
got
the
power.
government.
We got power enough to power our phones up and come on here and say we don't have power.
Well, people have powers in their phones because of the, I mean, if we're talking about specifically America and the Imperial Core, we directly benefit from the exploitation of major Western corporations who outsource their labor to poorer nations who they can then create the stuff that we use. So using the iPhone argument was low key elementary, not gonna lie. Like saying you have power because you can use an iPhone, that's not really
Yeah, man, he was just
relevant.
playing, man. Calm down. You too serious.
Hey,
Loosen
hold
up,
I'm
on.
not
brother.
being
no,
serious.
I actually missed my
Hold
whole
on,
entire
how I'm
point,
being
but whatever.
serious? I was just explaining
Hold on.
myself.
He just took out what he took out of it and made out what he wanted.
Hold on.
But it is what it is.
Is there such thing as like absolute right and wrong, or yeah, is there such thing as absolute right and wrong? Like
It
that is
depends
a
on the issue that we're
universal.
talking about.
Say that again.
It depends on the issue that we're talking about.
Well, Shaw wants to me, I don't think so because I instantly thought of like something being wrong, as in unaliving. But then I was like, that could be justified in terms of self-defense.
Mhm.
So unaliving is not necessarily a bad thing because people have unalive to protect,
Unallowed to eat.
for sure.
Like okay, like let's say I believe that it's okay to spank your kids, and you may believe, or someone else may believe, it's wrong to spank your kids. How do we know what is right and what is wrong? Like who do we
Mhm.
know? Who do we know has the right answer?
Well, I
Outcome.
mean, if we're gonna go off of like data and research shows beating your kids is not good. But
Yeah, outcome.
um, I mean, I'm not gonna beat my kids because for the most part, especially within the diaspora, black people mainly beat their kids because of slavery.
Right, I agree.
But yeah, I think I don't really see it. There's not really a positive to beating your kids. If you're going to make the argument that, oh, I beat my kids as a black person beat my child because the police is going to deal with them a certain type of way, that would just be respectability politics because no matter how much you act as a black person, your skin color alone is something that the police can weaponize to unalive you. So no matter how well behaved you are, you can still be shot by the cops. Look at Philando Castile, who was in the
Bro,
car.
but don't see. That's what I'm saying. I don't like when people, not to negate what you said, but I don't like when people use that. Well, you can steal this, you can steal this. Obviously, brother, we still put on seatbelts when we drive, don't we?
That's a false equivalency.
I knew you were about to say that.
I mean, it is though. I mean, because it is. It's a false equivalency. We wear seatbelts. We wear seatbelts because it is a safety measure that is put in place for the majority and betterment of society.
Well,
Beating
that
your
was gonna be
child,
my.
Hey, hold on,
beating
wait,
your
hold on.
child. There's no
Not
net
for women though, right?
positive to beating your child.
Not seatbelts. It wasn't designed to help women though, right?
Seatbelts was designed for all of society. What you mean?
Well,
I
no,
thought.
but there's a study that goes around that says that it was particularly designed for men solely, and that it put women at a disadvantage when the seatbelt first came about.
I ain't gonna lie. Whoever said that shit, yeah, I'm not gonna hold you. What the fuck?
No,
What
I
the
seen it. I
fuck?
seen it though.
Yeah, I don't know what that's some bullshit. You got to send me that one. That's crazy. That's crazy. I ain't gonna hold you. That's wild. So
Hold on.
seatbelts is sexist now? That's
Hey,
crazy.
Yeah,
wait.
bro.
Look in the comment. Look in the
Oh, they use
comment.
men for the design. Oh, so those are two different arguments. The design could have been for men, sure, but that does not mean that the design being for men doesn't necessarily mean that it still wouldn't benefit women in the majority of society.
Hey, Lan. No, but
So Raphael, what are your political beliefs? I want to know.
I don't have any, brother.
What do you mean you hold on? What do you mean you don't have any?
No, I'm not disclosing that.
Wait, what you mean? Hold on. How y'all be saying I don't get into politics and then be on panels where we're discussing politics? Like
No,
what?
hold on, you generalize it, brother. I don't go in panels where they're discussing political
I
views.
know not you. I'm saying in general.
I don't know why they would do that. I would listen in possibly for the reasoning, but I mean, they would have to tell you that. But anyways, is there such thing, Chad, as what is the word? Preventative measures? Like so back to the spanking thing.
It would depend on the subject we're discussing.
Okay, so I guess I don't. So I know the nuance in terms of spanking, and I know it did originate during slavery. So I do understand that because if I reflect back, I'd be like, some of those whoopings I ain't deserve. I'm like, what was that for? You know. So it like it made me mad a little bit, like because it was like that was not necessary because the brother was out after curfew or something. So, but then there'd be some things that like my sister would have done, sneak out or something, and then she got a whooping for it. So
That's just called straight up sexism, but you know.
What
Well, no, not sex. Sex is double standards. I meant.
yeah, I was gonna say, what do you mean by sexism? Because I mean, brother,
He just said two different
we had a
scenarios.
curfew. She
You
was
you
being
just took out
hard-headed, bro.
another part of what you want to hear. One of them he said it was a curfew. The other one he said that she snuck out. So if he would have snuck out, that would have been his ass. You know what I'm saying? But if she would have did curfew, it wouldn't have been her. That was the whole point. I don't know if you just really listen to people or you just waiting.
I got one because I like them.
Do they got a
I
statistic
like
on
Chad.
listening?
I like Chad mindset, man. I like his mindset. It's a little different, right?
I feel it.
Would you, in society, right? Do you believe that it's several parts of this, but do you believe that double standard is a good thing? Like having double standards is good in society, or is bad?
I believe it would depend on what we're discussing. Like you'd have to give me an example when a double standard you think is good versus when a double standard is bad.
Okay.
Clothing.
Hold on. Somebody said something.
I was thinking of like clothing.
Okay, are you talking about like when men are shirtless versus women are shirtless?
Yeah, but I just jumped in. My bad, Sean. Go ahead, brother.
Nah, I mean I'm okay with that. Let me see. Okay. Like when we talk about I guess the patriarchy, right? Getting rid of. Okay. Do you believe that like if could you be wanting to get rid of the patriarchy, but you still want and this for men and women, you want a woman to still uphold the woman duties, and a woman still want you to uphold the manly duties? Do you believe you could want to get rid of the patriarchy and still keep some of those things that benefit you?
Not really, especially if you're black. If you white, cool, yeah, because patriarchy benefits white people, but for black people, absolutely not.
Okay, so okay, I like. All right, I didn't expect that answer, but okay, yeah. So you believe that? So if someone say, "Hey, I don't like the way the patriarchy is set up. It's only benefiting men," but they still want men to, pay the bills, propose, open the doors, like the things that were set up by the patriarchy, right? Do you believe that person is a contradiction? Like they really just they only want to keep things that benefit them?
To an extent, but you talking about the paying the bills and the gender role stuff,
Yeah.
that more so I would argue is a anti-capitalist stance more so than an anti-patriarchal stance.
I got a question now, then.
Wait, hold up. Well, okay, I see what you're saying.
Let me do this question real quick. So when they have this thing where they say, "Just be a man," right? Is that upholding a patriarchy standpoint?
I mean, it's upholding patriarchy and to an extent homophobia too.
Wait, what?
See,
Oh my gosh, my head hurt. What?
see
Where
the
did it
thing
come
with
from?
the thing
I
with
mean,
Chad is
I can
like,
explain. Hold up.
Explain it.
Here's
Yeah,
the thing.
explain
Here's
it
the
to me.
thing.
That just
I
hurt my
have my
head.
standpoints, but I can explain them. I can explain them
bro, we
very
didn't say
easily.
you couldn't, brother.
I know.
Right.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Go ahead, brother.
Yeah.
Elaborate.
Go
So
ahead,
when
please. Cause yeah,
Shorty
my
say
head was hurt. You caught me off guard with that one.
when
Yeah.
Shorty say be a man, that just means upholding traditional masculine patriarchal roles, and that inherently is homophobic. Traditional masculinity and traditional patriarchy is homophobic. Like that's like that's like sixth grade shit, low key.
Wait, say that you said anti-capitalism and anti-patriarchy is
You can't be anti capitalism and then not be anti patriarchy, and you can't be anti patriarchy and pro capitalism. You can't. They go hand in hand.
how do you tie that into and then where does the religion aspect come in at? Because I don't agree with that because I think homophobia
You said where
is
does
more of a
religion?
traditional Christianity type of belief or Catholic or whatever it is.
Well, Christianity in and of itself. Well, I would say not pre-colonial, but like post-colonial Christianity. I'm not gonna say post-colonial because we still live in a colonial world.
Right. Yep.
But Christianity was a tool of oppression that has been used to dehumanize Black people and other cultures as well for centuries.
Wow.
And if we look at in America specifically, America is a deeply Christian nation. I would argue is Christian nationalist, and the basis for the mass unaliving of the Native Americans was based in Manifest Destiny. And Manifest Destiny is the idea that America is God's country, and that white men, white settlers in particular, felt that it was their God-given right to wipe out anybody who came in their way.
I didn't hear that. Okay.
So I got another question then. So now that you said that when being a man is that, so we can't say be a man, we can't say be a woman. Then what can we be? I'm trying to see what can we be then.
Nobody said you can't be a
An
man.
alien?
Hold on. Nobody said you can't be a man. Nobody said you can't be a woman.
No, I'm saying if we tell somebody to be that, I'm trying to see.
When the phrase "be a man" has connotation, the connotations usually are you need to uphold these certain rigid gender roles. Just the same. That's the same thing as be a woman. When people say be a woman, they're saying you need to uphold this certain box of what a woman is.
So if
And
they say
throughout-
men should stand up for this, that's a patriarchy? Well, I'm trying to get your lingo, but is that their stuff or whatever? When we say you should stand up,
yeah,
you
because
should be a leader.
well, yeah, because when most people, especially in Black America, their ideals about masculinity and femininity most of the times are rooted in colonialism because of slavery.
How do you not get rooted in all that?
Thank you. You've gotten to the conclusion. Everything more than likely goes back to slavery, colonialism, patriarchy, or capitalism. You're getting there.
Right, because that's the whole foundation of America. Absolutely.
Yeah.
There's no way getting around that for sure. But I
Interesting.
guess you gotta unpack it. The more you know, the more work you have to do.
So what you just got to be like a neutral person that can play both roles or something? I don't get it.
Well, to be a fully functional, human being, you have to be able to not necessarily be both like simultaneously, but you got to have balance.
Get you a man that can do both, huh?
That's not what that
I got a
means.
whole new definition.
No, Chad.
That's not what that means.
So, Chad, when you say balance, in I think you pro nuclear family or anti.
I'm of the idea that Black people creating families is somehow going to save us is the dumbest shit. That's just not historically accurate at all. I myself will probably have a nuclear. I mean, I have a girlfriend. I'm probably gonna marry her. But yeah, we probably don't have a nuclear family. But at the same time, I would say I would never tell if I were to give advice for the Black community on how to get out of our predicament. I would never say We need to have more families because if we don't have more families, we're gonna perish. That's just not true. It's not even historic. It's
How
not
is that?
historically
What?
accurate.
How that's not true? If we stop having family, then how we gonna be going
No,
extinct?
I think I get what he's saying. Like,
That's actually not true. You can birth children without having a family, but
What? Ain't that a family once you birth a child? I thought.
No, not
not
necessarily, because even a father and a son isn't a family. Like, a family is the nuclear joint. Whoop whoop,
So there's a
mom,
certain
dad.
number to family?
Yeah, bro. How am I be a single father and how is that a complete family, bro?
that's
Oh, I get it. It
that's
sounds subjective. Because I'm about to say, if I have a son or whatever, so we all family. I got cousins, we family.
I mean, yeah, okay, I see what. Well, outside of
Yeah.
that's a village aspect of it. Is
Mhm.
a
yeah, village. It take that. Why do we have the phrase? It takes a village to raise a child. You need more than
yeah,
a mother and father to properly raise a black child in a white supremacist society. You
village
need a
community.
True.
Yup.
yeah.
Yeah. So it's crazy, Chad, because I'm under the so have you like tried to figure out the best way possible for like black people to thrive in America? Because I'm under the belief, like, legit, that this is designed for us to never get above this. I ain't trying to sound like hopeless, but the more I witness this, the more I see it, the more I like mingle and intertwine with other individuals that look like me. Like, I ain't saying to stop or give up, but I think it is designed to literally not let black people prevail.
Wow, Raphael. Somebody sounds like a Afro pessimist. But yeah, you would be correct. You would be correct. Yeah, America's never.
hey, hold on,
America's
wait, hold on, hold
never.
on. Hey, what y'all said about the family again? You say family is what? What does a family consist of?
Well, the nuclear family would be mother, father. From a Christianity standpoint, the
I thought for a
what is
normal
what
standpoint.
is it, Chad? What is
How
it?
do you have a family without?
No, it had nothing to
It's
do with.
God, man,
Nah, I don't think family
woman.
Oh,
have
I get what you
anything
mean.
to do with. Family don't have anything to do with just being a Christian. As far as the
Right.
definition of family,
Right. Okay.
That's what I
So,
thought.
so how is a family defined?
it's a direct descendant. It's like of ancestors, right? It's like me, um, me, and no, actually, me and my daughters is a family.
Right.
Without your wife?
No, it got no. My bad. It got to be the parents. My bad. It got to be the
Okay,
parents.
that's what I figure. Yeah, it starts with, and that's what Chad was talking about, the balance of trying to have
Yeah.
balance.
So if you was to lose one another, y'all they would still be a family though. I don't get it. It take two people to make a family.
So let
Yep.
me ask this: why do you think people are at this moment they are against? I don't like to say nuclear family. Like I think that's weird even saying that
Well, I
shit.
don't say none of
Uh,
this stuff.
yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Why you think people are against like a man and woman like having a man and a woman in a house with their in the same home as their kids? Like why people are against that? Or when they
Nuance.
talk or
Wait,
when they
Sean, do you think people are against that?
uh well,
Well,
let me say this. I don't believe well, people on TikTok. Let me just get that straight.
Chad, don't do that. Don't
Yeah,
try to
yeah.
gaslight them, bro. There is people under the belief, and you already know that they.
Well,
Come on,
hold on,
Chad.
Raphael. Hold on. I agree with him, right? I've never heard this until I hit TikTok. I'm just gonna be honest. I've never heard about the nuclear family is not it until I came on this app. I've never heard that, right? But just going off of because you run in the same circles I was running in when I first came in. They are against it, right? Or they saying it's not the like it is not for us. And I'm trying to figure out when is a father or a mother not important in a child's life? Like why why,
Mm,
why people be against that?
Okay,
Right.
okay. So,
right. That's a good question.
um, I would say, well, first, I think you saying that people are against the nuclear family. You first heard that on TikTok. I guess that's fair. I would suggest you should read, I guess George Ames or Angela Davis, where they talk about how the nuclear family, in and of itself, if we're looking at it specifically in America, it is an economic model more so than a oh, we love each other, we're gonna build a family together. It's more so an economic model, specifically in America. But I think in the black community, there's an aversion to the nuclear family. It's there. Most people don't have an aversion to the nuclear family because of anti-colonialism and anti-imperialism. They're mainly against the nuclear family because they've been hurt by the men in their life, so they feel that they can never aspire to that. And because of American exceptionalist propaganda and the American dream being peddled to black people through media, decades after decades, many black women were fed the belief that you just need to find your six-figure nigga and get the white picket fence in the suburbs where there's no black people around. And because a lot of black women haven't gotten that, they felt very hopeless, which is, I'm not gonna say valid, but they can feel hopeless. But I mean, me personally, I don't really take any slight to it because all the OGs in my life married a black woman and they make six figures. So I don't really take offense to it, but it's mainly out of hopelessness that I haven't found my six-figure chiseled nigga who makes good money and is not in the street.
Really,
That's really
Chad?
where it comes from.
Really, Chad? Really?
That's where it comes from. Am I lying?
Yes, you are.
How?
It
Explain,
comes
please.
because
I'd
it
love to
comes
know.
from the fact that I'm an older generation,
Yeah.
Generation X. 1 second. And we don't say nuclear family because we weren't a nuclear family. We were a communal family. We lived with the aunts, the uncles, right? We had a house. If we had a house, the cousins was living with us, right? It was everybody was taking care of everybody, right? It was a family thing. It wasn't just mom and dad, the nuclear family like white people claim. It was mom, dad, aunt, uncle, grandpa,
That's what I said.
everybody
Wait, that's what I
taking care
said.
of the kids. Everybody.
Yeah,
That's
but I
why
didn't
we
deny
be like,
that.
oh my God, to white people. What you mean you don't know your
But
cousin?
yeah, but I
What you
never.
mean you don't know your cousin? We be like, what you mean you don't know your cousin?
Wait, but Lena, I never.
Because
Hold
we
on.
grew up in a communal family,
We agree to that though.
not a
Like,
Hold on,
nuclear
Lima,
family.
time out. Lima, I never said that hold up. I never said that the black community wasn't communal. I never said that there aren't cousins, play cousins, and
No,
there's
but
the.
you literally said the reason we doing it is because we
I
some
gave the
man
reasons.
shit.
I
You
gave the
brought up
reasons. Hold
men
on.
and
I
bitter women.
I
You
specifically.
brought up bitter women. You
I
brought
literally.
up bitter women.
Hold up.
Lena,
They asked me. They literally asked me, why do you believe a lot of black people, in particular black women, they're averse to the nuclear family? And I listed off the reasons, and those reasons are true. That's literally
No,
true.
we don't do. It has nothing to do with a man. We don't go for the
What the
nuclear
yes,
family
it
because we was
does.
brought up in a communal household.
Even in
You
a communal
brought up
family,
men.
you have men. What are you? Oh my god, bro! This is why you gotta read books. Holy fuck! Bro, I literally said, even if you have a nuclear household with a mother and a father, you're going to have other family members who contribute to the raising of your child. That's literally why I told Raphael.
yeah, yeah.
That's why the phrase "it takes a village to raise a child" is so popular. Like.
Did you not say that that the reason why is because women had some type of bullshit with some man and they think some bullshit about men? Did you not just say that?
Yes, I literally said that a
Okay.
lot. Yes,
And I'm saying that is bullshit.
Hold
I
on.
literally said
Restate
that
it.
a lot of black women growing up, they've gotten their heart broken by black men, so they're averse to having a nuclear family. And that is true. That is
Okay.
why the
Yeah.
podcast game in the black community is as high as it is, because you can prey on people's insecurities about them not having a partner. Like what? That's why Kevin Samuels was so popular, because a lot of
Oh
black
my
women
God.
want a six-figure ass nigga, so Kevin Samuels exploited that. Like, what are we
If that
talking
was
about?
so, why do women and men marry people in their own range, in their own age range,
Because that's
in
what
their
everybody
own
does. What
height
you
and weight
mean?
range, in their own financial range.
I
That shit you
agree. I
talking
don't
is
disagree
some
with that.
real bullshit. That's not true.
Lilith, y'all not disagreeing. If y'all take time to listen to one another, y'all are actually agreeing. And Chad is right, and Lilith, you right too. Like both of y'all right. I don't know why y'all beefing.
Gotta let some of that I forget I ain't about the gaslight. But yeah, y'all on the same tip, man.
And I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't agree with serial dating for women because I think it opens up for them to be heartbroken. I know it there's an aspect to having options, but I think the reason why women are so jaded, probably including men as
I'm
well,
about to say I
is
don't agree with
because
neither one. What the heck?
yeah, for sure. Like I definitely I'm under the belief for real. Like a dude shouldn't be promiscuous, a woman shouldn't be
Right.
promiscuous.
Right.
But do your thing.
You
But
know,
at the same time, it opens you up for more heartbreak
I,
and to be more
Opens
jaded
you
and
up,
to
all
do.
right.
now this gonna sound a little crazy what I'm about to say, right? But oh well. Uh, I believe that sleeping around for men and women is both wrong, right?
Yep.
Let me just state that first. But when I think about the greater consequences,
Mm.
I think if a woman happens to sleep around with multiple men and she becomes pregnant, I think that has a longer impact on her life and the child life because the child may not know who the father is. So I think it's both of them are wrong, but if I think who's gonna have to deal with the consequences as far as like longevity, I think it'd be the burden to be on the woman because own cycle, like to and I think that is a
Absolutely.
I
lot of
agree
suffering.
with y'all, but the only thing I disagree with is I don't think it's about men or women sleeping with people. I think it's about a person who is not mentally or mentally secure enough in themselves, right? Because me personally, I can sleep around. I don't have feelings for motherfuckers. I'm cold, right? There's men
That's not a
like
good
that.
thing.
We're cold. There's people in the world who are cold. We don't care. Give me mines, get out, right?
You're not
I'm that
born that
type of
way,
chick,
though.
right? But another chick is not like that, right? She might get emotional. So it depends on the person, not the gender.
You
Okay,
think
okay.
that's normal though?
For me,
How the heck you get your back blew out and don't feel nothing about it? It's something behind
because
it.
I'm saying, how you know I ain't blow his back out?
Hold on,
Like my
because
God.
hey Kev, because people get desensitized the more
Like
they
how
do
you
I
know
something.
know
I
what it is. I'm
didn't
trying
do
to
the
see if she
back
gonna get to
breaking?
it though, because that's a problem. Then
Yeah,
yeah, that's
Lilith,
very a problem.
you have to
bro.
admit to some degree that you were vulnerable at some point, and
No,
with
I'm
that
not
being
saying no. I fell in love. I've been in long term relationships. I've loved.
Mm.
I've been my longest term relationship was 11 years. Right
Mhm.
after that
Oh,
was 8 years.
we
I
getting
when
somewhere.
I'm in a relationship, I'm a faithful, loving woman. I'm what I would call a pick me if you want to, because I do what I have to for my man when I love my man. But when I am a single woman, I do what the fuck I want when I want, with who I want.
but
Okay,
there's
let, let,
consequences.
So
let me ask
Lily
you this
opened
No,
up
question.
in
not
my
really. Well,
life. I
yeah,
like
Hold on, Kev.
this.
Hold
if
on.
you
Let me
don't
ask you this
use
question.
protection, there's consequences.
Okay,
I
let
don't
me
do
ask you this
nothing
question.
without protection,
That's
and
true.
I am not an emotional chick where I get all wrapped up in some dingaling.
You think it's because of your environment?
No, I just
No, I
don't
know
get
she
wrapped
said
up
it
in
already.
dingaling.
Hey,
I know
New
what
York
the
though.
reason is.
I
But
feel
I
like
think
New
Shy
York
had a
mindset
question.
is
Oh,
different.
because I'm from Brooklyn.
It,
Let me ask you this. Let me ask
potentially,
you this. Let me ask you this because I don't get I don't get caught up in like that's why I say right and wrong at this time and age. That shit is very subjective. To me, it is. Everybody definition of right and wrong is totally different. So I don't go down that road. But I would ask you this: if you were to sleep with a man today, and then 3 days later you sleep with another man, right? If you were to become pregnant, how would you feel immediately knowing that you are pregnant? What does that do for you or any
One,
woman?
I wouldn't become pregnant because ain't nobody shooting up at me, right? Shoot that shit at the wall. shoot that shit in the condom,
Lilith,
shoot
he's
that shit on my
hypothetically.
back.
It's a
Hold on,
You
hypothetical.
ain't
hold on,
shooting
hold on,
nothing to me.
hold on. I want to make sure because that's not a way out. I'm gonna say you
And
can't.
I don't have unprotected sex. I am 53 years old. I grew up in the time of HIV and AIDS, and I do
Okay, well,
not
Lily,
have
that ain't Lily.
unprotected sex.
This ain't fair then because you talking about 53. Okay, we gonna talk about if you was younger in your 20s and 30s and
I
you
didn't have it then either. That's why I ain't got no kids.
okay for a woman that is out there doing that type of stuff, right? Do you think do you think that's like okay, let me say this. I believe, because you know people be recording on the outside. I believe that a man, yeah, you know what I'm saying? People be recording in the hallway of these lives,
You
man.
know
So,
it all the
yeah.
time.
So I'm gonna say I believe that a man sleeping around is no different than a woman sleeping around. But if I had to think of the greater consequences that's going to affect someone, I think the
Yes, I
burden.
agree with you. If the woman got the greater consequence because she got to deal with what's going to happen to her body if she either has a abortion or she either bring it forth, she's going to have to deal with that consequences 100%. I agree with you on that. But what I don't agree with is it's not a gender thing. It's more of a attitude thing, right? Because there are men that can sleep with women and have no feelings for them. There are women that can sleep with men and have no feelings for them. It's not a gender thing. It's about who you are.
No, Lilith, you're trying to skip the aspect of being desensitized to this stuff because the more you have something, the more you become desensitized to it. So if you're constantly having meaningless smecks, obviously it's gonna become you're gonna internalize that, and then therefore you're gonna like shut off your emotions, right?
Ooh. Ooh, hold on. I think I got it. Hold on. Let's actually I like that better. Okay. Now for I ain't gonna say most people because I hate saying that. Let's
Go
just
on
say
and do it.
no, I don't like using it because I don't know most people. Okay. So is it more about when it comes to SMEX, is it more about the end goal or the act of it in itself? But and I
The
would
end goal.
okay, there you go. I'm happy you went down that road. So the end goal is for you to get yours, right?
Exactly.
A man don't need a woman to fulfill that, and a woman don't need a man to fulfill that.
Exactly. But it's more fun
So
with it, dude.
so why do people still want to have meaningless smecks? The end goal is to get yours off. You don't really
What?
need
Well,
another
I don't
partner for
know,
that.
but me personally,
That's a good one.
I don't do toys.
Shout out,
I don't
President.
want a fucking machine. I want some meat. Thank you.
Hey Sean, it's the excitement that comes with that. Like it's just the
You
excitement
better
of
watch you a
how
movie or
how it
something.
happened. Like who you
Watch a
with.
movie and get the screaming.
Yeah, no, we not
See,
doing the machine shit.
see, I think just for me, I think at a time when I was out there just running wild, I think sleeping with multiple people, whether you're a man or a woman, I believe it has something to do with a lot of your insecurities. Uh, because if you I'm gonna speak on men, I'm not gonna speak on women. I believe that when I was out there sleeping with multiple women for no reason, just because I wanted to feel good, I was trying to replace something that I was missing internally and trying to find it outside of me. But once I got to a point where, and I believe this for anybody, once you get to a point where you understand your emotions, you understand your feelings, and you're happy in life, you don't feel the need to go out there and find satisfaction up under someone else. And I think a lot of time when people do sleep around with no feelings attached, no emotions, no ties to that person, or no promises, I believe that tells a lot about the person, like as far as what they battling with themselves, as far as insecurity. I believe
I
that
got
if
to.
you go ahead,
Oh no, I thought you was done. No, go. No, finish up. I want to say something to this comment.
I believe that. No, I ain't speak for all men. I say I believe. There you go. You try to
No,
get me.
I was about to, cause I'm
Yeah,
about to. Yeah, she been saying
no,
a few things. I got something I want to say
yeah,
too on it.
yeah. I say I believe. And I think if you was just sit back and be like, okay, and okay, I'm gonna give you a point at how I stopped cheating, right?
I never cheated. Look at
Oh
that.
yeah,
I am
I
a
was.
permissive. Well, I would be what y'all would call promiscuous, but I never cheated on none of my partners.
We can respect that for sure. That-
Yeah, I give you dead ass.
No, we
Dead
believe
ass.
you, sister.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't cheat. Oh
Oh,
no, I
she
don't
doing,
cheat.
boy, I was about to get on her head. I didn't know she was going for Sean.
Yeah.
I swear all the stuff she was saying, I'm about to get on her head.
No, no, no,
It,
no.
it's,
Dead ass
No,
for everything
I
I
was talking
love.
about Tax
I
over
will
there
never
trolling down
cheat
there.
on a man that I'm with.
hey,
If I'm
Sean,
your woman,
unfortunately,
I must. If I decided you gonna be my man, you must be doing something right. I ain't gotta cheat.
unfortunately, a lot of promiscuous people, that obviously there are studies out there, so it tends to lead to like childhood trauma, like something typically happened to them, for them to be on that path, because no one really wakes up and wants to do all of that. So it stems from childhood trauma, unfortunately.
Or I like dingling.
What?
So you're
But I'm
addicted.
not.
You're
I'm not.
addicted.
I'm
You
not
got addiction.
saying.
So you do have an attachment to it, no matter how you want to look.
No, not
That's why I'm about to say
really.
that's the counter to it. Because people be
I,
saying I
I
don't have no feelings or nothing towards it. If you didn't, you wouldn't need it.
I don't need it. I like it.
Hold on. So this
Yeah.
proves something. I like this. I like this. This proves.
Well, that's a
I like
sex
that she.
addiction.
I like. No, I'm not even gonna say that. I like that she's being honest, right? Because it proves one thing to me, right? That people love to say that men objectify women, but this is clear as day that women do the same.
Listen,
And that's okay. And
listen.
that's okay.
Absolutely.
On everything I love, I am from Brooklyn. I go to the Parkway. I objectify y'all like a motherfucker on the Parkway. Yes, I do. When I see a fine nigga walking down the block, I would be like, yo, I'd be like, damn, yeah. What? I'm from Brooklyn. I don't know. Maybe women are different from other places. But if you see a nigga that look good, you supposed to tell him he look good,
I don't know
aren't
about.
you?
I don't know about supposed to. You make it
Why
like it's an
not?
obligation.
Hey,
Listen, when
hold
I
on.
walk down the block, niggas tell me I look good. If he look good, I'll be like, damn, you do too.
Respect. Respect.
But
Absolutely.
you know what that goes in, that ties into when like I like that type of shit. Let me tell you why. Because women who could typically do that don't mind. Like even this is where it benefits you in a relationship, right? Most of the time, and I just had a conversation with my wife the other day, and I was talking about how, uh, like, as far as she asked me, why do I always talk to myself like words of affirmation? Like, I get up in the morning and I look in the mirror and I'll be like, I'm brushing my teeth, and the kids be walking by, they be like, man, oh, they know I be in the bathroom and be like, man, you're a bad motherfucker, boy, you're a cold motherfucker. I say that to myself
Exactly.
out loud, right? And they be like, when I first met my wife, they was like, man, what the hell he in there talking about? Why you talking to yourself? And I like to talk to myself, right? And then she was like, I told her that majority of the time, and I said men, but I said for me, men, I didn't grow up hearing like job well done or you did a good job or I'm proud of you. And I say a lot of times in relationship, men don't typically hear that just because.
Exactly.
So I said that how I look at it is if I'm like a car and I'm the mechanic, I keep the maintenance on it. But every now and then I have to pull over to the gas station and get some gas. And I say, you are my gas. You need to speak life into me. The gas is the life into me. Every now and
And
then I
that's
need
what
to
I
pull over
do.
to get some
Like,
gas, and I have to tell her that most time men don't get. I ain't gonna say, well, God damn it.
it's
I
true.
believe
You know how many men smile when I be like, damn, baby, smile. I hope you have a good day. I be like, damn, baby, you looking good today. Yeah, put that smile on. What? You know how many niggas I make just by telling them to smile and damn, you look good in that suit today?
that's true.
Y'all want women like me, right? Because I'm not jealous, right? When
And
you say I'm going out with the boys, I'm not calling you to ask you where you at, what you doing. Only thing I'm gonna call you for is to tell you to bring my shit home when you get in the house.
Or bring you back something to eat.
Exactly. That's the type of chick I am. I believe in real love, right? When somebody loves you, you do not have to nag them. They will do what they have to do to keep you. Like I did what I had to do to keep my man. I tell you, both of my men that I dealt with were vegetarians. I cook 2 meals because I eat meat.
Uh-oh.
So I make them fish
We
or
get it.
whatever
We know you
fucking
eat
meal they
meat.
want, and then I make my meal. So that's how you keep your mate, by compromising. You calling them, you nagging them, you begging them. That shit ain't gonna get you nowhere. If you gotta beg, your person don't love you.
Hey, Kev, you ever pay attention to let's and I feel like a lot of this should be brainwashing, right? Imagine, okay, do y'all feel any difference from uh let's say it's your birthday and your girl get you some compared to just a random date. She just get it just because. There's a different feeling that come with that, right? There's a
Yep.
different feeling come with she get it for you because society say, hey, get your man something compared to she just getting it on her own. And I think a lot of times I've seen people who me and my wife, we don't go out for Valentine's Day at all. I've seen that if a man don't go anywhere for Valentine's Day, he just want to chill in the house, right? I've seen people break up because a woman felt like he didn't really care about her because society say, hey, on this day, treat her a certain way. Instead of just coming up with our own terms and how y'all want to rock and move and come up with our own days. But a lot of times people be so stuck on that, uh, get me
What we
something
was
for
talking about
Father's Day or my
yesterday,
birthday. Yes, I
brainwash.
told my wife, don't get me shit for Father's Day. Don't get me nothing for my birthday because I expect it and it ain't no surprise. I don't like the feelings. But when she get me shit on random days and I come home, it could just be a pack of drawers. Man, I'm willing to give her the world at that time because she done something for me and I didn't even expect it.
Mm.
People
That's how it's
don't
supposed to be.
understand me, right? They think I'm just out there. But what it is I don't go by what society say I should do, right? And all my relationships are long
Uh-oh,
lasting.
Kev.
Even the men that I done broke up with, I'm still best friends with. I'm still friends with. They girlfriends are friends with me. What does that say about me? If my ex's new girlfriends want to hang out with me and chill with me, what does that say about me?
Nah, that mean you're a good person, but they crazy. Hold on now. Yeah. I'm not kicking it with nah, we ain't doing that far. Mm-mm.
You
Mm.
know why? You know why they can kick it with me? Because when my ex is my ex, my ex is my ex. I'm not going back. We not doing nothing. I don't want him. He don't
But you
want
said you
me.
like the meat.
I liked it when it was mine. It ain't mine no more. I don't want it. If I
But you
wasn't
have
going
no
to,
attachments
if
to it,
I'm not
right?
going to cheat when I'm with him, why would I cheat with him?
Mm. Interesting.
That's a good point right there.
Interesting. I wouldn't recommend that, man. I feel like you're hurting yourself more than anything over that pleasure, man. It ain't worth it. That's an addiction.
Something might
It's
have
an
went on.
addiction. You haven't. When the last time you had time to yourself, man?
I always got time to myself.
Gave your brain a nut, you know what I'm saying, instead of that down there a nut, you know what I'm saying?
All the time. I'm well educated. Don't y'all see me get on here and rip y'all niggas to shreds every day?
And
Yeah,
not me,
you
man. Not
I,
me.
on
Not me. My experience
anything,
with you, you just talk over me. That's all you do. But yeah, I feel you know. But
I rip
what
them to
I'm
shreds.
saying
Just
is,
ask me a question, I know the answer.
all right, cool. Let's get deep then, since you said enough, though, right?
Let's
Because
go.
I'm figuring some stuff out. So what did you learn besides the meat hopping, right? What did you take out of yours? You said 13-year relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Um, what did you learn out of that?
Compromise is the key. Don't be a
Compromise.
nag.
Hmm.
You can't keep somebody who don't want you.
Interesting.
Life is too short to worry about what motherfuckers on the outside say about your relationship on the inside. And if you're not happy, and if your partner not happy, neither one of y'all gonna be happy together. You got to
Hmm.
be happy within yourself to make you and your partner happy. It's
Hmm.
not 50-50, it's 100-100.
Okay. Now let me ask this. Now, what was the reason you got into that relationship and stayed for 13 years? What was the whole goal of that one?
Um, he was he was just a one night stand that got hooked.
Say it
I
again.
mean,
Hey,
How?
Kev. She said she got that ill nana.
Oh
He was
my
a one
goodness,
night
bro.
stand that got hooked.
Hey, I'm
I
gonna keep.
knew him for
Well,
years.
that's
I
what I
was
wanted
at
to
the
know.
club
I
one
want.
night by myself getting drunk. He seen me. He was like, I'm not letting you go home without me. He took me. We went to the telly. We did what we did. I
To
left
the
his ass
telly.
So
there.
y'all
And
got
he
with each other for the wrong
literally
Nah, he was
reasons.
chased
cheating.
me for a year and a half after that to making me his woman.
Wait,
So,
y'all
and
went
then he
to
did.
a hotel?
Yeah, it was after the club. It was like 5 o'clock in the morning. He wasn't coming to my house.
A telly. Okay. All
So
right.
y'all
I
made a
was,
Hey, hold on,
relationship
hold on,
after
respect
a
it.
one nut
hold on.
stand.
And
Now,
we
Oh,
wind up in a
oh,
relationship after a one night stand, yes.
you know what? And I don't.
that's why it
And
ain't work.
no, no. See, I'm gonna disagree.
That's not true, Kev.
Yeah, yeah,
She had 13 years. That's
yes,
successful
yes.
to me.
That's what I was gonna say. Uh, it ain't no standard on how relationships work, or if they gonna work, or if you sleep with somebody on the first day, it ain't gonna work. Yeah, that's all that shit is subjective to me. That's everybody different opinion.
Hello.
But she proved that it did work, right? Even though you got some people who date for 6 months and break up in a year. She slept with the man on her first night and survived 13 years. So she didn't do it wrong. She done it her way. She
Hello.
So,
did it her way.
That's
so,
a bar.
so
That's
did
a
you know
bar.
anything about that man? And I'm trying to see what
Yeah,
prolonged. What
I
was the
knew
reason?
him before. I told you I
Yeah,
knew
she said
him.
she knew him before, Kev.
I
Hmm,
knew him. And we met up at the club one night when I was out there partying. I
hmm,
went to a club by myself.
interesting.
Hold on, hold
It's
on.
Because the only reason why I'm tying this in because of what she doing, what she said now, like she just can sleep with people with no attachment. And that's why I asked what was the ultimate goal. The fact was it wasn't even
I wanted
no
to get
goal at the
some.
beginning. That's
The
why I asked what
goal
was your
was to
goal. You
get
just
my
said it was a
nut
one night
for
stand.
fun.
So
Why
that's
y'all
what make it
think
sound
like
like it's wrong. I'm
women
not
don't want to
saying
get
that.
their nut too?
Look,
Hey, Kev.
Why
look.
If
y'all
you
think women
notice,
don't want to get their nut too?
Yeah, yeah, I feel
hold
you. But
on.
what I'm saying, what I'm getting to is that you didn't even start the relationship off with a goal. You
No.
said it was a one night stand. That's the only reason why I say that's where it start off wrong. Now I could see if it was,
Why do people
if
start? How you
y'all
going to
slept with
start
each
off
other
a
the first
relationship
date or
with a
something
goal
like
when you
that,
don't
Hey,
even
maybe.
know
Kev, I ain't
them?
gonna lie. One size don't fits all in these scenarios because I ain't gonna lie. I got a similar situation like her. And then, if I'm honest, sometimes the unexpected relationships tend to be the best ones as opposed to ones that you.
And we were happy.
The
How do
best
We
I
ones
were
is
know?
when you still
happy.
married.
The
No,
only reason we went, the
I
only
don't
Okay, yeah,
reason
advocate
for
we're
for
sure,
not
for
breakup.
sure,
together
Kev.
is
I
he
ain't get.
died.
Yeah.
Yeah, because some
That's the
people
only
will
reason
stay
we're not
along because
together.
of just flat out smacks itself. I feel like that's the reason why I say people be in lust rather than love, and
That's
that
true.
will that will extend the relationship super long.
That's a good
Because they
rebuttal.
don't really know the person, huh?
No, that was a good rebuttal. I agree with you. Yep. Some people do be confusing
Lust with
love
love.
with love.
Yeah.
But if
Lust.
you can't sit in a room quietly with your mate, you don't love them, right? If
Oh, you
you,
did that?
yes, plenty of
Okay.
times. We sit quietly. Matter of fact,
We all was mad at each other. So that was
we had two bedroom. Why? Because I'll sit in my room all day doing what I do. He'll sit and do what he do. We come together at night and have a conversation because we
okay.
wasn't up
Why didn't
under
it work
each
then?
other
Let's get to
all
that then.
day. Right? A lot of y'all relationships
Yeah.
don't last because all y'all do is sit under each other all day. You ain't got shit to talk about. You ain't
True.
got shit to talk about with each other because y'all been sitting under each other all day.
True.
The dude can't even go to work without the bitch calling him 1,000 fucking times. Leave
True.
that man alone.
Hey, this
I
what she
agree.
sound like when she not yelling? That's
Hey,
crazy.
Kev, but look. So, like, I see your angle. Hey, matter of fact, go ahead and finish your line
I
of
can
questioning.
understand that too though. I can understand her too.
No, finish your line of questioning though, because I wanna rock with it. I wanna rock.
Oh. Um I want to get to like what was since you said it started off good, it lasted for 13 years, you knew each other, y'all could sit in the room and not talking all that. Um so what was the reason why y'all split up after 13 years? After
We didn't. He died.
Okay. Okay. That was a smack in my head. Okay, good one. Even though I ain't say too much. I ain't
We
say too
didn't.
much. So
We
I
would
ain't
have been
get hold all
together
the way. I ain't
today
get
if he
hold all the
didn't
way.
pass away.
I ain't get hold all the way.
So,
So,
Kev, so it's crazy because I ain't gonna lie. Like, you notice how all of these panels, people tend to weaponize marriage, either for and then weaponize divorce. I
Yeah.
like. I think it's interesting. For me, I ain't gonna lie. For me, when I hear people been married for 10 plus years, I and then it didn't work out. I think that is like, and then they had children and they co-parent. I think that is still success in my eyes. I
Me
know the
too.
goal and the vows is forever, but
Yeah.
forever is a long time, and I know things kind of get rocky. But I think
Yeah.
10 plus years is a success for me. But if you married for a year, two, three, and then divorce, I consider that like a. I don't even want to say failed because that's
Mm.
whatever happened with them. But I appreciate and I congratulate people that did 10 plus years in marriages, even if it didn't work out. That's just me personally. I don't
I
consider
feel
it
you.
a failure.
I guess I want to say this then. So I would look at it that now I can see if it was if it was say if 10, you said 10, right? If it was 10 years of like toxicness, cheating, and all this other stuff, and damaging a child, and some people got children too. I wouldn't say that's successful. And but if it was like 3 years and realizing that y'all can't get along and separated, I feel like that's more to me. That'd be more successful because y'all grew up and matured and stuff.
I
And
Okay,
you
agree.
probably
I
I
agree to
agree.
that perspective for sure. Yeah.
yeah.
I agree.
But I feel
Like
you're saying different things because it's rare for situations like that to happen though, and some people just get out of Dodge in a matter of months sometimes or whatever. As soon as Jabri, what's up? Good
I
looks
believe you
tax. I
should
see.
be able to break up with somebody and still um, respect them as a person and be
Yeah,
friends with them. I
that's
believe
true.
that.
Yeah. Wow, I didn't know I could have a conversation. I swear she was out of all the, the I'm trying not to say. I want to say divestors. I swear she ain't with the divestor crew. I don't know. She might be, but
I am a
that was
divester.
I ain't gonna lie. I didn't think I could get a
I don't
conversation out
think
of you.
I don't. I'm not a divester.
You
What I
probably not.
am
I
is
just called
I
the whole
don't
crew that. I
believe in the
know I'm wrong for that,
patriarchy.
but
I'm not
until
a
they prove
divester. I
otherwise,
don't believe
they
in the
do me the same way.
patriarchy. That's what y'all don't like about me. I don't believe in the patriarchy. I'm not a
Oh,
divester. I love men, especially if they hook
I
to the
feel you, and
left.
I hear you. I'm listening to you. I'm listening. I hear you
Right?
though. I hear
I
you.
don't have
I
no
think the only thing
problem
I
with
don't like
men.
about you
I
is that you
have a
don't.
problem with the patriarchy and white supremacy and my black
Yeah.
men pushing white supremacy on me. That's what I got an issue with.
Well, we gotta
Elaborate.
talk about that part though, but I'm gonna get that another time.
Well, okay, yeah. Kev don't want to talk about it for sure.
That's deep. Yeah, that's a whole deep one. And I want to say so much, but we gonna be stuck on this live for a minute with that because I want to see what part she talking about and all.
Facts,
Boy.
facts.
Ah
How you doing,
man,
Kev?
what's the deal, Ruby? You got your page back. I see you.
Um,
Welcome back.
yes, thank God. Yeah, I've had it back for a few days now. But yeah, what she was talking about, how women could break up with their partner and still be friends with them afterward. That's very real. You might not be able to live together, but that don't mean you don't get along as people. You know what I'm saying? Y'all might know how to laugh and kick it together, but you just can't live with each other. There's a big difference in living with somebody and being able to get along with somebody.
Mm.
Yeah,
True,
because
That's true.
honestly, I'm friends with every one of my exes except for one, but I don't even consider him an ex because I didn't consider him my man or me his woman into ever, never. He was trying to force me to be his woman.
Let me
It
ask you
was a
this,
one
then,
night
Ruby.
stand.
Let me
Thank
It
ask you
was a
this.
you.
What
one
does that
night
look like?
stand,
When
and
I
he got
tell
What
hooked.
does that
people
look
I'm
like?
friends with all my exes, they tell
Hold
me
on,
I'm
Villa.
lying. Thank you for
Can we,
saying that.
Hold on, I wanted
Villa,
to.
hold on.
Yeah. Uh. Yeah. It's Ruby, right? Okay. How
Yeah.
can someone? How if they couldn't show up for you as a partner? Won't they need those same things as far as the requirement to show up as a good friend? Like if they couldn't show up for
So
you as a partner, then how can they show up as a friend?
how can they show up as a friend? Because they're not living with you. You're not having to put up with each other's shit. You know what I'm saying? You're not having to put up with each other's shit on a 24-hour basis, living with each other. There's a big difference. I mean, um, you might be able to live with some of your friends, but you can't live with all of your friends. Even if with your best friend, you could be best friends with your best friend, but when you try to live with them, they don't be your best friend no more. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't be best friends no more
Yeah.
because y'all might not be able to deal with each
Okay,
other's antics.
I'm gonna say with a best friend, there was no intimacy there, right? So it's kind of like I can't really I can't get that concept. But if it's
I know it's hard. I know it's hard, but it's. I don't know how to put it.
is it possible? Is it okay? Let me ask this. I would think that it's possible that y'all become friends, and then in the midst of y'all becoming good friends, and you knowing that this person y'all actually been intimate with each other, that your mind every now and then, because you're human, it would jog down memory lane. And if it jogged down memory lane, then that opens up other doors, right? Now, even if you're not physically cheating on the person that you're currently with, that is a form of cheating. In the first step of physically
No, no,
cheating
no,
is
no, no, no.
emotionally
You
cheating.
don't always jog down memory lane when it comes to being friends with an ex. You think about certain things, but you don't think about the intimacy because then you'll go right back to them. I'm not one to go back to an ex. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
okay. Let me
If
ask
I
this.
left him, it's because he put his hands on me. I will never go back to a man that put their hands on me. You see what I'm
Okay,
saying?
okay. I'm rocking with you, but I'm gonna tell you why I'm a little confused.
Okay.
If
Well,
you could think of all the other things outside of intimacy that y'all have done, and the
yeah.
thing that was the most impactful with everyone like and desire is the smecks. I would think
No,
if
no,
you take the
Smacks was never ever fun for me. I'll put it like that. It was never ever
He's speaking in
a good
general.
feeling for
yeah,
me.
yes, yes. I'm speaking
I'm
in
talking
He's
general.
in
speaking
general
in.
too for me. I'm talking in
But
general
that
for
doesn't even
me.
make sense, ma'am.
Never has Smacks been a
Honey,
good thing for
You
me.
can't speak
Never.
generally for
listen,
you.
I don't care how good the meat is. I'm not going back to a man that I broke up with, right? I
No, no,
do
no, no.
not
I'm not
care.
saying
If
going
we
back to
broke
him.
up, we broke up.
I
There's a
never went
reason
back
we're
to
not
none of
together.
them.
So he ain't
Right,
getting
but
the
I've never
goods no
gone back
more.
to none of them. I've never gone back to none of
She
them.
called me out, girl,
But
with that
have I
one.
remained friends
Put
with
the
them, talking to
conversation
them on the
outside of
phone?
yourselves.
Yes, absolutely. I will still call them. They will still call me, and we will ask how each other is
General for
doing.
me.
We will check up
Hey,
on
you
them. No,
can't.
what I'm saying in general for me, look. Y'all can think Smex is fine and dandy. It feels good and all this other stuff if you want to. But for me, it was hurtful to me every single time, and I'm not talking about a physical hurt. I'm talking about a mental and emotional hurt for me every single time I had Schmecks.
Okay, I will
Every
I
ask
single
you
feel
this.
They're
you.
time.
not talking
Okay,
about their
this
part. They're
okay
talking about you
this
saying general for me.
hold
That
on,
there's
hold on.
no
Yeah.
such word as general for me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
yeah,
just
yeah,
not
yeah.
gonna
Okay,
let
do
that
you
In
slide,
understand what
fam.
I'm
general, that
saying?
I'm
means
not trying to
I'm
go down
talking
memory
about with
lane with that
every
one.
relationship,
Yeah.
every single relationship I ever had in my life, and I've had a lot of them. Schmecks has never been fun. It never
Okay.
felt good, ever.
Okay. Okay, let me say this and then I'm gonna mute up after this. In general, right? Uh the reason I say it that it's impossible, that I believe that it's impossible not to jog down memory lane is because if you were to take that somebody did something harmful to you, if an ex would have done something harmful to you, right? And you happen to run across that person again, that memory of what that thing that person done to you will come back to you. That's what's called trigger. That person
Mm.
triggered you, right? Or that person caused you to have a certain reaction, right? So it's the same way when it comes to smecks. If you were intimate with someone and you happen to run across them again, yeah, y'all could be kikiing and giggling about old times and everything, but you will kind of like have a flashback on what it was like to be intimate with that person because that was part of being with that person.
Okay. Okay,
Hello.
I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. But when sex was never good to you anyway,
Well,
ever in your life, then how
even
can
that part,
you?
look, even that part,
I
say if you want
don't
to
want
use
to
that, then
laugh.
right? Because
I
that's
don't
not what
want
we
to
get
laugh,
into.
so I'm going to
Let,
drop
let me say
because
this real quick. Let me
I
just say this
can't.
real quick. Even with that part, right? All right, appreciate you.
Right.
Even with that part. that memory lane, you gonna still think about how bad it was to you. No matter how you want to look at it, it don't have to be good all the time either. So either way you want to look at it, it's not taking away the fact what Sean is saying. It's still you're going to go down memory lane every now and then. That's how humans' brain work. We can't stop. It don't work like that. You know, I mean, it don't work like.
When
I
you
mean, not
become
that you
friends
got
with
me talking
somebody,
confusing now, but
right? But
but
if
I'm
you become
generally
friends
speaking
with
for me,
somebody
real
before you
quick.
start dating them, if you become friends with somebody before you start dating them, okay, you could think of all the good things that y'all did together, like go shoot pool, go shoot darts. I mean, that's stuff that I used to love to do. Shoot pool, shoot darts, go bowling, stuff like that. Go swimming. That's the kind of stuff that I would remember. That I would like, that I like to
Your
remember.
your brain gonna remember
But
whatever it's gonna remember when things happen
right,
in your life.
that was the good things for me.
You don't have.
That was the
I
good
don't know
things
how
for
you
me.
have this magical thing where you just block out somebody's beating your doonies in. That makes no sense. You just
Because
don't block that out.
Because it never
because she
felt
started out
good.
saying that she's been in a lot of relationships. She emphasized that, so
Yeah,
it's meaningless to her. That's to some point. At some point,
yeah, that's scary.
Okay. All right.
Generally for me,
Let me
so now,
explain this to y'all. Hold on. Let me explain this to y'all.
we get it.
Okay. No, you don't get it. No, you don't. There's no way you can get it because to you,
I
sex
just explained
feels
it.
good.
You
Right,
just
but see,
explained it.
to you, sex feels good, right?
We get it. We said you. We understand that it's a bad situation. I know. I'm not trying to bring you back to memory
Right.
lane.
From trauma, from past trauma as a baby, and as a young girl.
I ain't
Okay,
gonna lie.
a very young girl.
Never mind.
That's
Okay,
where
you can
my
let it.
trauma
Go ahead,
comes
let it
from.
out. I got you. Then go ahead.
Yeah, that's where my trauma comes from to where that never felt good. Okay? I don't care how much I loved the person, it still didn't feel good. Even if he was good to me. You know what I'm saying? Even if he treated me good and, spoiled me rotten or whatever. That was never good for me. Even though that's what we were put here to do. You know what I'm saying? I wish I had one time in my life that I could say it actually felt good. And then I could understand where y'all coming from.
Sorry to hear that. We actually spoke about
Yeah.
that prior to you coming in terms of trauma and how. Okay.
Right. Oral, no penetration, nothing. I don't even touch myself.
Well, that's
How do you do that? They said, how the hell do you do that?
discipline.
Because of past trauma.
And trauma.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna hold you. Hey, I gotta go. I'll be right back here, Sean.
I just about to let H. I don't know what happened. I was about to let him. Let's see. Pause. This is interesting. It's very interesting tonight. Hey, y'all, if y'all haven't, real quick, I see some of y'all been hitting them lights. Good looks, y'all. Let me see how much. I seen her hitting the lights for, or he, or I don't know. It's flowers. So I'm gonna assume it's a girl. Let me see how many likes they did. They've been hitting the lights for a while. Oh, no, it tricked me. I only got 97 likes. Tricked me.
How do you find out how many likes they
Yeah,
get?
TikTok snitches on people. You just click on their name and look
Yeah,
on the
how
top right
many? How
corner.
do you find?
Only the host can do it.
Top on the top right corner?
Only the host can do it. You just click on somebody's name, and then you're gonna see this thing say likes on there. You can hit them with likes, but it's gonna be this thing that say comment. Click on the comment part, and then show what everybody did. Let me see what Sean did. I believe in him, man. Let's see what he got.
I'm gonna try that next time I go live.
About 2,000.
1.4.
Shoot. I wonder what mine said when I put the auto clicker on you. I don't have it no more because they said the TikTok don't even count it no more.
Where I'm at, kid. Where I'm at.
Yeah, 1.4.
Oh, God damn.
Let me see. How do I look at this to make sure? Yeah, 1.4. Yeah. I think sometimes it'd be cheating if you leave. You might have did more because sometimes it might switch over when you leave out the live and come back. You said, "Kev, I got 3K. Let's see what you got." Then since you stuck your chest out with that one. Dang, how the heck did you know what you did? That was crazy. It is 3K on the nose. This dude over here, that's petty. That's low key petty though. How the heck you count your taps? You supposed to just be tapping.
Hey, that man over there counting his taps too.
Okay, I got a question for you,
How the heck
Kev.
he know that? It was 3K on the nose. He said, "I'm gonna stop right there." That's some petty
All right, but
stuff.
Kev, I got a question for you then. Do you
What?
get paid for the likes?
In a way, we could say that. We could say that because it brings
Oh,
more views, and more views might come in, and might even send gifts. So in a way, yeah.
I thought after you get so many of them or
Nah,
something, you
you
might get
don't.
a
Nah, it
penny or
give you
whatever.
more exposed. Nah,
You,
y'all don't get to tap it now because I'm about to click on y'all names and tell on y'all real quick.
well, I
I
haven't
see.
been tapping. I'm sorry.
See, hold up, let me see. Let me see. Sneak her. I ain't gonna say her name out loud. Okay, I see she went to work though. I ain't gonna say who the she is. I'm talking about. And, let me see what this she talking about too.
I invited Raphael in here, and
I
he
forgot
came and
Monique
beat
was a
me.
subscriber. She called me your girl with that. What's up, Monique?
I,
Long time.
I said I'd invited Raphael in here, and he done beat me on my taps, man.
Mm.
He already know how you feel about that. Like, hold up, ain't no way. That is great. What was it was something I was about to say. Yeah, I was in the middle of doing my what you call it. If y'all haven't shared though, because I'm gonna give y'all a few hours on this thing. It's the weekend, man. Go ahead
Right.
and share it
Is it the
out.
weekend? It is Friday, isn't it?
It's Friday.
Damn. The
It's
week went by
Friday. Share. Oh,
fast.
yeah, good looks. Like you doing this stuff. This. Yeah, do what he. Oh
And
yeah,
see,
y'all
I'm
just remind
stuck in
me. Yeah,
this
join the
freaking
team. If
house and
y'all don't got
can't
no
go
heart
nowhere
near y'all
anymore.
name, y'all haven't joined the team yet. So go ahead where my name is at. Click that heart up there. You join the team, and it help push me on the popular live.
I should have been down joining your team. Hold on. I might have joined
See
it on
what
my
you
other
got. Is you on the
account.
team though? Yeah, you should have heart. Like
I'll text you
Monique, she
the.
got like 3 lines in hers. That's how long she been on the team.
All right. There you
Uh,
go.
all the fresh ones gonna have a 1 on there. You know what I'm saying? Good
Yeah.
looks, y'all. All y'all join. There you go. Y'all like y'all. I like this group. That's the most. I've been doing this all week. That's the most I've seen Hearts Gonna Rabbit. If people actually listening. Oh man,
Well,
I
you're
like it.
teaching us something. You're teaching
Yeah.
us stuff we didn't
Let's
even
teach y'all how to
know.
share now. Let's go ahead and do more. I'm doing all the free stuff. I gotta talk about all the free stuff.
Oh,
Go ahead and if y'all haven't share,
I've
if
been
y'all don't know how to
miserable
share,
though
go and hold
lately.
your finger where my
You
prompt
know,
is at.
laugh, I can't walk anymore, right?
Hold up real quick. You messing up my what you call it? I'm trying to get
Your
this going.
what?
You messing up my mod break, man. Uh
Oh,
yeah, let me just finish real quick. Real quick,
okay.
if y'all can hold your finger on my prompts. Cause we're gonna be starting that soon. We really didn't even start. We've been free talking. Hold your finger on the prompt for 2 seconds, then you'll see a list of
And
friends.
then it'll
Go
come
ahead and
up.
share it out to everybody. Everybody. And then, so even if y'all share it to people that I might have blocked, they can't get in here anyway. So it's alright. Say be right back. Be right back. Gotta do some work right quick. Oh, I didn't know he was at work. All right, for sure, brother. There you go. See Monique already on it. Okay, I see y'all had like good looks. Good looks. Okay. Ruby sharing it. Okay, everybody know how to do it. Nah, damn it, down. I forgot I could look at how many shares y'all did, so I can see all that information. Let me go in and click on some of y'all names real quick, just to get. So I ain't holding y'all. I'm just trying to gonna tell y'all what y'all at now. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna look at Ruby. She has 39 shares and 386 likes.
Damn, I was
Hell,
tapping
like she just
fast.
got in here, but we're not gonna hold it. She got 32 likes. Cool. She been here 5 minutes ago though, so that's why we let it slide. You feel me? Let's see who else. Oh, let's see what Tax been doing. Let's see what Tax do. Tax got 907 likes, 52 comments. Oh, she was a comment master though. She been commenting though, and 0 shares. Okay. Let's see who else we got. Yeah, y'all better be getting to work before so I can call y'all names. Let's see. Let me see Sean again too. Yeah, he got 4 shares. Okay, 4 shares, 31 comments, 1.4K, 1.4K still. My cuz, he was in here. Oh, he watched 30 minutes ago. I don't know if he's still. It looks something
Now
like
check out my likes.
cuz. Oh, he 000 and 30
Huh?
minutes ago, but he probably wasn't in here. He probably got me on his phone.
Oh,
Good luck, y'all. So, all right, we already on it. And if y'all haven't followed me on YouTube, go ahead and do that too. If y'all like, I do put the whole lives on there and post content on there, no different, because that's my next thing I want to do, is to get over there to YouTube and get that page going. Just click on my name and click on my profile, and it's right in there. TikTok is a CIA. Yes, it is. It's snitching. It's a no swear.
Snitching. I like
All
that.
right, let's get this party started. So, fear. We on it. We're gonna start with you, Ruby, since you came up first. Let me get headlight in the building. Fear. Is it helping? Is it helping or hurting us today as a whole? That's just a yes or no on that one.
I would say it's hurting us.
I feel like it's hurting us. Okay.
Fear, doubt, all of that is hurting us because there's a lot of division in this country today because of fear, doubt, and miseducation. You know what I'm saying? And the miseducation is what's causing the fear and the doubt.
Okay.
Yeah.
Same. Yeah. All right. What you got for me, headlight?
Hey, what's up, y'all?
What's up?
I have to say, fear is a sign of awareness, right? You
I
are
like that.
fearful. That means you're aware that there's an opponent around you, around the ops, or you observe something that gave you the idea that something is about to go down. Anything like that. I think the sign of distrust with our current political climate and our social climate, that rising fear is also sorry, I got a phone call. Give me a second. That rising fear is also a sign that we are becoming more and more aware of the enemies that are against us as citizens. The ones who swear they was for us are against us. And even that hyper awareness allows us to prepare for what's to come, to prepare accordingly for the things that we now just become aware of. You feel me? But I also think perspective comes into play. If you just out here being fearful, not preparing, and allowing that to fester into paranoia, then that's not going to help you.
Interesting. Okay. All right. Back to Ruby. Now let's get it. Fear, insecurities, and doubt. How can it make us worse, and how can it make us better?
Fear, insecurities, and doubt. I'm gonna say it's making us worse because of the division and because of it's making us hate, it's making us divide, and it's making us believe stuff that we shouldn't be believing because it's not true. That's how it's making it worse. How can we make it better? Overcome the fears. Start talking to each other. Start communicating on an adult level and not on a child level. We've been communicating in some of these lives on a childish level where we're bullying each other, we're calling each other's names and accusing others of being something or doing something that they didn't do or being something they're not. You know what I'm saying? We need to start communicating on more of an adult level. And just because you sound educated doesn't mean you're communicating on an adult level. Communicating on an adult level means to communicate in more of an understanding tone. Just listen sometimes and you might understand that person's perspective better than accusing them of something. You know what I'm saying? Kev, can you hear me? Uh-oh.
I think he walked away.
Oh. Yeah, I think he did. Oh, he asked how, it says, how can it make us worse or better? How can the fear, the insecurities, and doubts make us worse or better? Or how can we make it better or something like that. He probably had to go run and tinkle real quick. He's probably like me, you can't hold it very long. Tax Pearl. I like that name. He might have got a phone call too. I don't know. Is that his chair or is that him sitting there? I can't tell.
It's his chair.
And, you know, I scrolled down and I was looking at the comments and stuff. It showed every time that I shared the live. Mine don't do that when I go live. That's weird. Is that a new thing?
I don't know. I've never, every time I tracked something or every time I shared a video or live, I never went back to actually look or keep track of it.
Oh, that's weird. I've never noticed that. Yeah, I don't think it used to do that.
I think
That's
it's just
gotta
to
be
let the
new.
let the live host know that, you know, like this is somebody that's going out of their way to support you.
Yeah. Well, Laugh, where'd you go?
It must have been something,
Important.
yeah, important.
He might have had something on the stove.
Probably.
Yes, because he didn't say nothing. He just ran up out of there.
Yeah, definitely. But in terms of the topic, I think, you know, fear alone can't make you make bad decisions. Fear can't make you do anything. It can cause you to, you know what I'm saying? And that's all dependent upon your perspective of said fear. There's people out here who would, out of fear, just like completely do the most illogical things because they're simply afraid. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there it is. I think, a person can have fear. And if you have that
Yeah, do you get a million phone calls a day too?
uh, it seems like every time I got something to say, people got a call. But I'm a dip. I'll probably run up in here later. It
Okay
was nice
then.
talking.
Yeah. Hey Kev, where you at, buddy? There you are.
We
We
back,
can't
we
hear
back, we
you.
back.
Okay,
Ah,
yeah, she just dipped.
oh,
She just
okay.
dipped. She keeps getting phone call after phone call.
What happened?
She keeps getting a million phone calls, so she every time she gets
Oh,
ready to say something, they call her. So she says, "I'm gonna dip for a minute." She'll be back though.
mm-hmm. Do something to do my dog.
Yes, yes, that's why people need moderators. I think some people want to come up, Kev.
I don't see nobody in the queue.
Yeah, and there's nobody in the queue. They might have dipped
Yeah,
out
nobody
then.
in the queue.
Hmm.
See what y'all was putting down. Hurting is real bad, and my Miami one, hurting is delaying the process. I meant to say fear is delaying the process and make things worse for our community. No, he ran. Moni with the eyeballs. Um, if my life is in jeopardy, hello. Why people need moderators? So we up to date on that one. And everybody done left when I came back. Say no, they'll be back. They'll be back. Get this party started back up. Mm-hmm.
I was talking to my dogs. They over here barking. I don't know what they barking about.
I had to check on one of my dogs, but I had left to go do.
Yeah. What did you do? Did you have something on the stove and it started burning or something?
Mm-mm.
Cause you just dipped up without saying nothing.
I had to leave real quick. I had to make sure I was
Mm.
checking on my dog. Make sure he didn't leave the
Um.
fence.
Oh, you got one of those, huh? A runner. He's a runner. He's a track star.
Mm-hmm. All right, so some more people up in here. What's going on this Friday?
I know, right? We
They
got
like to
five
come in
people
here when I
in
fall asleep and stuff.
the.
That's what they like to do.
Yeah, I know, right? Now let me share it out again. Let's see
Mm-hmm.
who's out. Uh-oh.
I might refresh this live. No. Should I? No. I'm gonna let it rock. Go ahead and let it rock.
What is that? It says add
That's just
TikTok
interesting.
Live to watch the latest. What does that mean?
What's
Tap
that?
add button to add the oh, you can tap the widget. Okay. I could add a widget onto my front screen, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Let me check this.
Ow! Stop, little girl. Stop. Damn. What? You hurt my leg. Stop. Ow! Quit. This little girl is a mess now. She's supposed to run. She's supposed to run. I know. She's telling me secrets now. What you telling me? Who did it? Who did it? What is it? Tell mama secrets. Tell me secrets. Okay. Okay. You want that damn paw. Okay. 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 Hold on. You're hurting my legs. Y'all get down. Get down. Now I'll get up and get you in down pause room in a minute. Hold on. You know I can't get up and down like I used to. Now move. Get down, get down, get down. Shoot. She's scratching my legs up. Man. Okay.
Oh, I thought I was looking for it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, I'm trying to dig deep in this situation right here.
Did you hear what I even said about it?
I heard part of it, and then I ended up having to run.
Oh.
What was your point? Like, what was the standpoint you get on out of that, though? I know you were talking about
What,
how
yeah, you know how some of these lives are where people accuse you of being racist and all this other stuff. It was about how we need to communicate more, learn each other's experiences instead of just one community's experiences. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot that the government has done to both the poor white and the poor melanated. You know what I'm saying? And it's like the government puts us all in one category. That's what they don't seem to understand, because the news is only showing one thing. That's how they start the division. Division causes control. You see what I'm saying? The more divided us as a country is, the more the government can control our minds. You see what I'm saying?
yeah,
And it causes a lot of fear, doubt, and insecurities. You see what I'm saying now?
yeah, I got you. Even with that situation, people gonna stick with how they feel no matter what. But to go back to
Right.
that topic I had
Because of
yesterday
what they've
about
been taught by
brainwash,
family members. Right. They've been brainwashed. Exactly. And it not
all
only
of us,
is
all of us been
the
brainwashed to a
television
certain extent.
stations. Right. But see, we haven't only been brainwashed by the government, which knows the whole truth because they've got all the history. Even the history that they're hiding from us, that they won't put in none of the libraries or on Google or none of that. They have it in there. I promise you, they got all that information because there was documents, there was court records, there was all kinds of stuff that people like us don't get to read. But if you go into another country's um, um, browsers and stuff like that, into their history, it tells a lot of our history from their documents and stuff.
I don't believe in
Yeah.
like stuff like that the government know the whole truth. I
Oh,
believe
they
they
do.
excluding
They
information
absolutely
from
do.
us, like certain information from us, but I wouldn't
Hmm.
say that they know the whole truth. I don't know, they like they a god or something. Yeah, they know, they probably
No,
know
they
how to
don't know
keep.
it. They don't know it right off the top of their head. They have to go back and study this stuff too.
Yeah, that's what I'm
But they
saying.
have
Even
all
with
the records
that had
there.
to get
Right.
passed down. Eventually, some of that stuff would be leaked on the internet. Now that we got internet, I mean, it's so
Oh, it
much
does
stuff.
get leaked. Yeah, that's what.
Yeah, so
That's why I tell people, do your research, dig deep into your research, and you will find out the truth.
yeah,
Because even if you notice, if you look something up on Google or Wave or Yahoo or Bing, it doesn't matter which browser you use.
yeah,
It'll tell you the top, usually the top opinion. I'll put it like that. The top article is an opinion of one person's perspective, okay, or maybe even multiple people's perspective, but in that one community. And that's how they keep us divided. They want you to see the first thing and say, "Oh, well, they're going to stop right there because it's interesting." You know what I'm saying? But then if they go and read several different articles about the same topic, they can go out there and weigh out the differences. You know what I'm saying? It's like if you read 20 different articles and not, or like, let's say 15 of them say one thing, but 5 of them say another. Which one are you going to go with? You going to go with the 5 or you going to go with the 15?
right.
You see what I'm saying? Right. That's how you should do research. You should dig deep into the research. This woman tried to tell me to go look up Dr. Umar last night. I laughed. I laughed so hard that she didn't understand why I was laughing. I said, "Do you really believe every single thing that Dr. Umar says?" She says, "Yeah, I believe all of it." Oh, okay. You keep believing that then. He might sound educated. People might think he's educated because he's got the word doctor in front of his name. All he is a content creator. And he knows what content sells. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. But as for being an actual doctor, he is not.
I think he got like a degree in something. I
He
forgot
might
what it
have
was.
a doctorate. He might have a degree in being a doctor,
Hey,
as in psychology. But even in a doctorate in psychology, you still go by opinions.
I wonder if that's their way of flexing when they've got to do that. We got to put your name as that. Let the whole world know I'm a doctor. I know psychology. I know the people that know psychology be going through the worst on here, or they be the
Well,
most
yes, they
hurt.
do. Right,
I
they
would
do be
think a
the most
person
hurt.
that had them type of degrees or take on that stuff, you think they would be the most chill or whatever because they so called know the other human's mind and all this stuff or how it works. How they know how every last
Hmm.
mind work but themselves? I always wondered that too. That's interesting.
Right, because they say that a
I'm
psychologist
about to make that a
can't
post.
diagnose himself. That he would have another psychologist diagnose him. I'm like, why do you say that? Because if you feel like something's wrong with you as a psychologist, you would want another psychologist to diagnose you because your brain is broke. That's the only thing I can figure. That's the only thing I can figure. And see, my son just got his master's degree in psychology, but the psychology he wants to study is the criminal mind psychology. He wants to get into the minds of mass unalivers, serial unalivers, those people. And, to find out why they believe it's okay to unalive a person, knowing that person can never come back.
Hmm.
Why is it okay to take another person's life when you didn't give it to them? You know what I'm saying? Because that's one thing I always taught my kids when they were growing up. Do not ever take another human being's life unless you absolutely have to, if they are fixing to take yours. You know what I'm saying? If someone breaks in your home, you know they fixing to unalive you, you try to unalive them first. Self-defense. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody has a right to take another human being's life. They didn't give that human being that life. God gave that human being a life. That's why I'm a pro-lifer, but to a certain extent. You know what I'm saying? Just like with the self-defense. If a woman is pregnant and the doctor tells her, and I would really tell her to go get several different opinions on that before she does any kind of, tragic thing. But if the doctors are telling her, okay, if you have this baby, there's a very strong chance that you and the baby could both be unalived. What do you want to do? And if she has more than one doctor telling her that, or even more than two doctors telling her that, then I would say it's okay to have an abortion. But other than that, I don't agree with it. I don't agree with abortion at all, even through grape.
it
even
shouldn't
through
be no.
incest. Yeah, even through incest, unless there is an exception to that one too. Now, if you were raped by a family member and you get pregnant, then I would say, yeah, go ahead, because that wasn't her choice. But if she chose to be with that relative on purpose, yeah, I'd say go ahead and make her have it.
Hmm.
Yeah, because there's a lot of people out here that do that. Cousins, second cousins, even brothers and sisters. They choose to be with each other for some reason. I don't understand that part. That is just gross. I couldn't even think about being with one of my family members. Not even on a second cousin level. I don't care how cute they are. You see what I'm saying? Yeah.
All right, I might do a little quick reset, but until then, I might go to
Yeah,
about
because
to
I've
jump in my
already shared
man's
this thing out
live
so
for a
many
quick
times.
second and
And
see what he
yeah.
doing. Hi.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, usually if you reset, more people to come in. So yeah, go ahead and reset because I've shared it out. You probably shared it out too. And
Right.
ain't nobody
Yeah, so
coming
I'm gonna
in.
probably check what he doing for a minute, and then when he shut back down, I'll probably start it back up.
Okay.
But I see you.
All right.